Hey, good evening. I almost said good morning. I'm so used to it. We are live. Jarrod and I are the only people in the house right now. But since we are the ones that are drawing,
Drawing.
I guess that's okay. We are currently waiting on Mr. Zablo and Ron and perhaps Pat at a little bit later time when he makes his way in. We have left the back door open and the porch light on. So there's Ron now. Good. That's good morning, Vietnam. Ron, what are you doing back there? Did you not get? Hey, Jarrod, how you doing? Oh, you're right here in the back. There. You can. Hello, GLHG.
DLHG's always on point.
Look at there. GLHG is like he's like Ron. Now I know it's gonna be fun. He gave you bunny ears. No, it's actually a peace sign, Jarrod, but
I look good in bunny ears.
Ron's being secret like the wars, baby. All right. Well, I'm actually roughing in or just blocking out just a rough for one of my full figure black Spider-Man commissions on this smaller deal first. So, you know, usually I'll try to figure out a pose when I have the luxury of doing it, um, like at a studio commission. At a convention, sometimes you don't have that luxury, but
You know that's true.
you take it when you can get it, right, Jarrod?
You're right about that.
So, as I was telling Jarrod just before we came in, the good bad thing about the symbiote Spider-Man commission is you don't have all the webbing and stuff to do, but on the other hand, then you can't really do a side view or some weird twist of his body or something because you lose the white spider on the black suit, and it's kind of the telltale. You know, it's basically the you know it's gonna if you buy a pair of Nike shoes and they don't have the logo on it, then the swoosh or the Nike. It's like, how do you know it's really a pair of Nikes if they're not marked? So
Yeah, pose becomes a lot more important with black Spidey.
yeah, and like I said, it's usually a straight on shot, although I need to twist this figure a bit more to make him a little bit more interesting instead of just straight on. I need to stretch him or twist him or do a little something. Well, like I said, I'm just working out roughs tonight. I figured there's Mr. Cross.
Well, now we got a show.
Hey,
He probably already knows what I'm drawing. He knew before he logged in.
he did. It's not that old yet. The joke. Let's see. Let me see if I can work with this one any. I'm just kind of loosening up. Usually, uh, it's a good thing Zablo wasn't in the room when I said loosening up.
Is it a blue falcon? That's funny.
See, it is so funny. It is still funny, Mike Cross. We don't care what your mother says. In fact, we love your mother, your mom. So I got my boy Jarrod on in fact on the morning live stream. You'll see about 3 comments from him because I got him a Gmail account.
Wait, who got a Gmail account?
My son.
Oh.
I got him one because I was telling him he could watch me. And I said, you know, you just need that. And he goes, and I could talk in the chat. I said, yeah, you could type in the chat room.
Well, how will we tell the difference between him and Zablo in the chat?
One will say Jacob Beatty and the other will say Craig Zablo.
Oh, okay.
That's about it. That's what I'm saying. Or that's what you're saying. That's how you can tell. Right? Right.
Right.
You know, you can always do the knees up, Spidey. Knees up. That sounds like a knees up, the knees up, Spidey. Knees up the pressure. Hey, I gotta say, Ron, the raw scan of that Spider-Man I did today, again, those colors do not scan. I'm gonna show that again. Mike Cross, were you there for the end? Hey, AG, how you doing? We have 10 watching, and we need to entertain.
Oh, man.
See, that put the pressure on Jarrod. Jarrod, you need to entertain, buddy.
Well, I was singing, but then you were worried we were going to get sued for the royalties.
A TOS. Well, you can't play the music, but that doesn't mean you. I think you're allowed to sing yourself. I'm not 100% sure about that, but
I'm not sure if the fans want that.
Oh, the fans want it. You know what the fans want. I've seen you work a show.
Some people don't like the way I work a show.
See, you know, I've heard that. I have heard that. I have definitely. I not only have I heard it, but I heard it from the person that was sitting right next to you, very, very vocally on a Twitch stream. Just take you to task. Well, now,
be a task, man.
Luckily, that person did not name your name, but I don't think that person knew who you were.
That's all right.
Well, I'm not saying that in a bad way.
It's all right.
You didn't know who said person was either, right?
Well, I know who said person is.
Well, you do now, but I mean, what I'm saying is you didn't know because it's not like you were sitting next to Mike Zeck. You know, you didn't know the work.
Nope. I did not. Just know the bitterness.
You didn't know what the Rock was cooking.
Didn't know the bitterness.
Until I had to break it. Why do I always have to break the bad news to you?
Oh, it's not bad news because I actually, made money.
Well, I know.
That's the ultimate victory right there.
but I'm saying that, somebody was not happy because somebody next to that person was
always somebody who's not happy.
I know. Isn't that the truth?
That is the truth, sir.
Just like that texting we had going, I'm just like, can't everyone just relax? Have a little fun?
That's a good question, GLHG. Who in their right mind wouldn't like how Jarrod runs the show?
Well,
smartest question we've ever had on this program.
Yeah, and it's the one that we can't answer.
We can't answer.
Well, we could,
because we have a modicum of professionalism.
That's
a modicum.
It's right there at the line, though. I'm telling you, it's nobody. I guarantee it's nobody that anyone who follows me would actually really know. So it's nobody that's ever worked for Marvel, DC, or any other independent publisher. It's pretty much a fan artist, right, Jarrod?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess you really don't. Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
really.
assume
Yeah,
you're correct.
I guess you got to.
You've never steered me wrong before intentionally. Caveat on there.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think if I have for funsies.
Yeah, you probably have. There's always the garage sale artist.
Oh, that was great. But now that wasn't steering you wrong.
No,
That was just having fun.
that was just pure entertainment.
I'm talking about information that's
No,
professional information that that when you ask me that question, I give you that answer, and you look at me and you go, you could have said something nice, and I said, well, I did. I thought I did.
we'll work on it. It's a work in progress.
Well,
I know. There's no hope.
yeah.
I'm okay with it.
So I guess Ron has decided to stay, unless he's still driving home. I guess he's decided to stay on that side of the wall. See, Ron says we need some of those Jarrod tenor tones. We lost somebody already. Did you drop out of the room, Jarrod?
No, sir.
See? I bet that Mike Cross. Hey, Ron says you can sing or play your own versions of musics without TOS. Now sing, monkey, sing. Is that true, Ron?
I think he just wants us to sing.
Oh, I got no problem with
I'm pretty sure he called us a monkey.
Oh, we picked up another. Hey, back to I'm having so much fun, but I prefer to play people I know. I played a few strangers online, and I got one draw. My mistake. I had so many pieces around this guy's king, and I kept making these like mistakes, and we wound up getting a draw. That was like one of the first games I played. The chess thing. Yeah, I'm going to give you the information. So, here's the deal. If you like to play chess, I am not good. I've stumbled into a few wins over Ron. He beat me the first time in like 3-4 moves, literally. I really was not paying attention. I just made a move, and the next thing I know, I get an email saying, your game is over by checkmate. And I was like, say what? And yeah, it was weird. He's watching the Magic. Mike Cross is. I didn't know that the basketball season started already. Oh, you don't mean the Orlando Magic? I did stumble, Ron, because you even told me. It was so funny. I didn't see a move, and I made a different move. And Ron sent me a text like after I made a third move or second move or something, so it was way far away. And he said, maybe it was after I made a move. He said, you had a checkmate if you would have only moved, and I'm just going to say, like your queen over and down or something, like, I don't know what the squares, they're 8. There's 8 squares. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and, oh, we are the Magic, Mike Cross says.
Yes, we are the Magic.
I did not know that. So anyway, he sent me a text. Ron sent me a text and said, you had me checkmated and you missed it. He goes, if you'd have moved your queen next to my bishop or something, you had me. And I just did not see it. I was so happy with the move I made. I totally missed. And when I get someone in check, I kind of like to keep them in check. So I will try to I'll lose three pieces trying to keep someone in check. And then I realize at the end of the game, I'm pretty much screwed. But I got lucky against Ron. So, all right. So let me see. This is going to be the website first. And we can play unrated. That's fine.
What do you mean unrated? Like after dark?
No. You like instead of for a rating, you can set up a game where you challenge someone and you can say if the game's rated or not. So they actually start you out at, I think, 1,200 points. And even that draw, when you get a draw, I lost points for a draw, I think. Then the guy and I played another game and I beat him, or he resigned. I had him where, again, he was only like about an 800, 850 player, and he had played quite a bit. So he wasn't like, if I can beat him, he resigned, and you don't get as many points, I think, if they resign. So when somebody knows they're gonna, the game's pretty much over and they resign, you don't get as many points as if you get them on a checkmate. So anyway, it's chess.com. Yes, Pat is supposed to be here sometime. We have 13 people watching. That is really good.
They're all clamoring for Pat. They're like, Pat.
It's like a Pat Benatar concert. Pat. Okay.
And he just won't hit us with his best shot.
Oh, when he gets there, he will. Now I'm trying to remember my username because let me just log in real quick. I'm playing a guy right now. We got a game, and it's just a matter of the end game. I think I have him, but if I make one mistake, the table could turn. Let's see. I have one more of his pawns. I have 3. He has 2. We both have each other's knights, and I have both of his bishops, and he has one of mine. And it's his move, and I am in a very good position. So, if you want to find me on chess.com, and let's play some chess for fun. There's my username. Well, okay, it's John Beatty 61. You got that, Jarrod?
John Beatty, and then your age.
Hey, close enough. Actually, let's see. In about let's see how much longer will that be? I'm 57 now. 4 years.
Only 4 years away, man.
Boy, that's scary. And then you're only like 40, right?
I'm 42.
I really thought you were 46.
Well, that makes sense. That's just because I get sleepy so easily.
At 42. Did you just fall asleep there? Did you Zablo on me?
Living that Craig Zablo lifestyle. Man, they're calling for Pat, man.
I know.
Well, my family's here, and they brought me dinner.
Are you going to eat that in front of us?
I might.
I'd like that. I actually
Let's see what I got.
Yeah, come on. Okay.
Step to the side for a second.
Okay. I'm going to be quiet. You show us what you got.
All right. Looks like some kind of white chocolate covered pretzels. I probably will give those away to kids. That's too much sugar.
Wait, is this something that your wife prepared?
It looks to me like she just got back from her parents' house, and they made some steak, mac and cheese, green beans, and roasted potatoes. And they sent it home just for me.
Do you have enough carbs?
I have an abundance between these 2 items right here.
That's what I'm saying.
These I'm not going to eat. We're going to get rid of those. I'm going to be good.
But the beans are good for you.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to eat them. No, potatoes are good, but yeah, I better be good and eat these beans. This is the worst live stream ever.
No, I'm enjoying this.
These green beans aren't bad. Wow. Anyway, I should probably get back to drawing my drawing.
No, don't. Go ahead and eat your food. I think this is a good one.
Oh, man. Now, fans are loving it. I can tell.
Mike Cross is saying, once I won all your poker chips years ago, I can't play online games any longer. I don't remember that at all.
What part, Bob?
Get some of that steak.
Oh, she gave me a knife. There we go.
Well, that's not to cut the steak. She was giving you a hint.
She just wants me to kill myself.
Yeah.
Boy. Just grab that. Ow.
Ron, that's funny. Ron says, man, I spent 2 hours watching Jarrod eat dinner. My God, I need a life. How's that steak? Is that a sirloin or a...
Oh, it's good, though.
It looks like it cut pretty tender.
Not bad. Very flavorful.
Oh, that was Facebook poker. Yeah, I didn't take that serious. Look at this cut still on my finger. Ron, I'm beginning to, it's healing though, see? It's pulled together. It's beginning to it's one of those little sliver things that, you know, they start out as a scratch and they seem to take forever.
All right, I'm going back to work. I can't stand the thought of ruining Ron's life.
Green Lantern, HG, yes, I do charge for autographs at shows. But for you, if you come up and tell me who you are, I will sign your Captain America 282 at no charge.
What? You charged me double.
Who did?
You did.
Charge you double for what?
Everything.
You told me you were getting them signed for friends and that you had to make your profit. So I said, okay. I said, let's just double it.
I forgot I told you I was going to put it on eBay.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, folks. John's very nice to me.
Hey, you know what? Nah, I can't. I actually, from 2 years ago, I have a Secret Wars 8 signed by Shooter, Zach, and myself that somebody left on my table.
It wasn't me. Was it? You did the whole series for my brother.
No, this was left on my table. Like
at like a show?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant in the studio. I was like, did I leave it?
No. You got all of yours.
Plus all the stuff I've stolen from the studio.
AT&T just sent me an email. Buy one iPhone, get one on us. You know, I heard those new iPhones were not, and I heard it from Mr. Zach himself, that they were not quite, that Apple had actually had some problems with them. And the antennae.
Zach would not lie to you, sir.
No, because he is a Mac fanatic. You know, everything that's Mac, he's he's a Mac guy. Me, I'm just, whatever works. And whatever is, I tried the Mac Mini and it's fine, but my new supercomputer I got is back to a Dell it's got 32 gigabytes of RAM. It has 1 terabyte hard drives. It's got I think a 256 or something solid state in it to put your apps on so they launch quick. I think it's got a Generation 9 processor. I forget, i7 or something. Anyway, I haven't set it up yet, but when I get that thing going, it's going to power my Cintiq too, which I got a Cintiq last December, and I don't mean 2018, I mean 2017. 27-inch Cintiq. it's paid off, and I have not used it because I don't have anything that can power it. So I got funding for it on this online thing called Klarna, I think. I was actually surprised they would, foot the credit. And I don't even think, I think it was 12 equal payments. They had to make something, but maybe not. I don't know. I can't, you know, uh, it was very weird. I was just surprised I got it, and um, it is nope. It was interest free if I paid over 12 months. Wow, I just did the quick math. My cross, my secret wars. I thought I lost that.
I saw that. He thought it was gone forever.
AG says, "Don't forget the secret handshake." GL, no problem. GL. So, Jarrod, what you eating?
What?
What you eating?
Nothing.
I'm gonna pin it on you. You look like you're almost done with that.
Oh no. I'm all doing all the framework, and then I gotta go in and fill the blacks and do the colors, and I still haven't done the background head. So there's stuff left to do.
See, I wonder if I should do a wider shot on my drawing board.
So you can fit your dinner in there.
No, see, I just like you just happened with you right there. I don't like my head leaning in.
I like everybody to see my full, beautiful coif of hair. Most of the time.
You can see your nose, and
you're welcome.
That bald spot back there and everything.
You and Zabel are always trying to give me a bald spot.
What do you mean trying to give you one? I had nothing to do with that bald spot.
Where is Rip Van Winkle tonight?
Well, he did say that his father-in-law might be getting out of the hospital. Now, I haven't heard that he was. You know what I mean?
Right.
He didn't send me a text and go, "Hey, I can't make it because Don's getting out of the hospital and I need to." Who did I say his father-in-law's name? The Don is getting. Mr. Father-in-law is getting out of the hospital, and he might have to take care of family stuff, which is fine.
Understandable.
All understandable. All understandable. Okay, that's gonna go way too much. So let's see. Do we want to do a spider hand like
spider hand, spider hand?
I like that. Does whatever a hand can.
Spider hand can?
A spider hand can. Spins a web. Actually, Jacob can sing that. He can. We tried. I had to do some stuff today, and we were out at Target, and I tried to see if they had that. I saw it on Amazon, and I thought by sure now they'd have it in Target and Walmart and stuff. So when we were in Target, we looked for the Miles Morales shirt that has the spray can spider on it.
Word.
But no can do.
Couldn't go for that.
Jarrod, are you eating? Did Johanna just bring that in and set it down and say, "Here you go, Meat Boy"?
That's right. She called me Meat Boy, which is weird.
Well, that's our code name for you.
Well, now I know.
Meat Boy.
Now I know.
Well, you saw Porky's. They had that guy.
I just watched that for the very first time about 6 months ago. I'd never seen it before in my life.
Oh, I thought you were going to say about 6 months ago, and since it came out or something.
No, I'd never seen it before in my life, and I finally watched it, and I was like, that is severely disappointing.
Okay, that hand is way too big.
Well, it's in the foreground, man.
Yeah, but it's still proportionally it's not working.
I know better than to try to convince you otherwise.
Of course you do.
I know. That is a battle I will not win.
I would rather sketch a little bit more and get it right than to just settle. I'll tell you what, though.
Tell me what.
Ron was on it when I think he told, or no, you know what? It was not Ron, although Ron, same thing. Not the same thing, but same. I had a very strong week of morning draw shows. I mean, as far as production, they took a while, but I gotta say, they turned out very well. And you know me, Jarrod, I'm not one just to say that.
Nope. Takes a lot for you to be happy.
And
I'm actually not making a joke, to be honest.
No, I am not either. And I'm not saying anything braggadocious. You know that too. I am like, boy, you know, when I can go and do 4 drawings in a row and be happy with all 4,
You should buy a lottery ticket.
I should. I knew there was something in there you could help me out with. And without having to redraw one or anything, you know. I do not know if me scratching, let's see, count on Big Beatty for the clap. Remember, Mike.
Kaz is in the house.
Hello, Dr. Kevin Kaz. He called dibs. This is just me figuring out some poses that for a full figure black symbiote suit Spider-Man for the guy that got the but I was just going to run through my drawings from this week. This one was on.
Oh, that's dope, man. Someone already got that one?
Yeah, Shannon Mashburn, who I don't think you know. He usually doesn't come on in the evenings.
The Monster Mashburn.
He picked this one up. And then the next day, this was the killer here. Little split action. This is the one I was telling you about, Jarrod, where all the webbing, the only place it touches black is on the spider. You know, where the line actually touches.
Oh, okay.
Not the eye, not anywhere else, the spider. And I think it touches if I would have.
That is weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. Now, I think some people do the eye where they'll draw it, but I just decided not to because I'm an idiot. And
well, okay.
And then a Frank Miller Dark Knight.
Now that one I did see.
This was fun. You know, when you can, Mike Cross had a good thing and said that's Zablo, and I could almost see it.
I can almost see it too.
But this was a lot of fun. But here, wait a minute. Was that another voice?
Yeah, that was my Batman voice.
Oh, I thought somebody came in the room because I wasn't looking.
No, that was me doing
I thought Ron jumped in and.
No, that's being stupid.
Okay, and then this one today. Look at this,
dude. That's like perfect.
Well,
it's like indistinguishable from the original cover.
No. I mean, look, I showed this. I'm not reinventing the wheel.
I love that smoke effect. You got to teach me how to do that.
I inked the original, so I don't feel bad that I'm actually lightly tracing off the figure because I want why redraw the pose? That's a ton of work. So I did have to make it smaller to fit on the 6x8. So I light box it off. I still got to re-ink it and everything and, make sure it's there, which I did. And then I added the smoke with ink wash and I swear I took out yellow and red. I thought I was going to have to make orange the background is really red on the cover. I mean, when you see the ones that are highly saturated, this went to Dr. Kaz, by the way. This is his beauty here.
Ah, Kazalicious.
This white ink AG was the Liquitex acrylic ink. This bottle. It was not the soft body Liquitex paint. It was the ink.
You know, ironically, soft body Liquitex was my nickname in college.
I thought it still was your nickname. So, but this piece, Jarrod.
Nope. You got to teach me how to do that smoke effect.
It's just ink wash. Watch the replay of today's video. You'll see my.
Oh yeah, you don't have to teach me. I can watch the video. I forgot.
Yeah, I go through the whole process, and
That's really cool, dude.
What was really neat is okay, first of all, two things. The real color of that background on the comic was red, but I've seen enough, you've probably seen it, where some of them look orange. Some are brighter orange, some are very pale, some are super red. I tend to like the orange rather than the red. I looked all over, I could have swore I had a bottle of orange, and then, you know, I'm thinking out loud, and I said, well, I guess I can take my tiger yellow and mix it with my scarlet, and I can make an orange. Easy enough, right?
You would think.
As soon as I put the yellow out, I look for my red, and I had went around my drawing board to look at my inks, and I find my sunset orange playing games on me.
Excellent.
So yeah, you need to watch the replay on this. I guarantee you will enjoy it, because the struggle I had, I'm gonna tell you right now.
I do like watching you struggle.
I put orange over only the smoke, and it looked pretty amazing. Dr. Kaz, the scan is, I had to color correct it, because again, with these oranges and the reds, and what was the other color that I was scanning? Oh, that tiger yellow or whatever comes out like orange. It's very bizarre. I think it's a scanner problem, but thank God for Photoshop. Now I know in the old days why they shot film. Because when light hits this, being transparent and reflective, it bounces back. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that is the one bad thing about scanning a color painting. Unless you have the top-notch quality technology, I don't think it's gonna. You're gonna have to go in and color correct. I know everybody that paints, they always, you know, they have to scan it and then go into Photoshop and work with the levels and the adjustments and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to continue to sketch spidery poses. I hope this is not boring. I hope it's semi-interesting, because I do have some full figure commissions that need to get done, so I'm basically trying to work on them tonight and try to get a pose down that I can continue with. So I'm not really working on, excuse me, I'm not really working on anything finished, which a lot of people actually, you know, they do like to see the drawing part. So hopefully right now that's satisfying that itch, so to speak, of those that are into, you know, the process stuff.
I'm satisfied. If you were worried.
Well, you know. And usually on Spider-Man, you know, you need a nice, like I said, the black spider suit is It's a great design, but the right pose is because, like, for those of you who are just joining us now, I was telling Jarrod, the problem is when you have the red and blue costume, you have the webbing, you have the way it cuts across the arms and the midsection and everything like that. Well, with the black one, the front and back are pretty much the same design, and there is no sleeves, so to speak, or no cuffs on the pants. So there's nothing there that really says Spider-Man except for the front emblem. So you're pretty much stuck with a semi straight on shot, or at least that's what I'm seeing. I haven't found anything that that really kind of works in a better way yet. So help me with my struggle, people.
I'm just warning everybody, this is a dangerous position to be in.
What's that? My struggle?
It's helping you with your struggle.
Helping me.
I've been down this road.
Oh, there's been people. I think that guy waiting on the Captain America piece, but he got a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Speaking of which, I'm getting hungry.
Well, you got food right in front of you.
Yeah, that's the worst part. I wish I didn't.
Well, you should chow down. You should have a bite.
I don't want Ron to feel like he's wasting his life.
Mike Cross says, if I could get a Zablo Beatty pose down, I'd be happy. Hey, David, I'm actually trying to work on your Spider-Man drawing. Yes, it's funny that David's right there. But I have not come up with the right pose yet, so I'm just trying to thumbnail out something that will work. And as you heard me say, it's a bit tricky.
It's tricky to rock around all time. It's tricky. Couldn't resist.
Huh?
Couldn't resist doing a little tricky by Run DMC.
Man, you were on it. For a 47-year-old man.
I'm 42.
How can you be 42? You were 42 when I met you 3 years ago.
Time travel.
Was it 3 years ago or more like 5?
Like 11, I think.
No, seriously.
Ron just wants me to eat and sing. Let's see. I met you officially at the DeLand show, which would have been in January. It's about this time.
1989. And
yeah.
You're pretty...
And my son had just been born, so it was 4 years. We met almost exactly 4 years ago.
Hey, you know Mike Cross?
Do I know Mike Cross?
No, I was going to ask a question. On the black Spider-Man suit, I forget. The webbing doesn't come from here. It comes from the things that Zach put on front, those white top of the hand things, don't they? Arms in front, Spidey mid-jump, area both in front, firing web shooters.
What are you reading? How to Draw Spider-Man book?
No, he's I'm gonna do some little sketchy sketches and just see if I can't.
This is my favorite part, is when I start filling these blacks when the drawing really comes alive.
I told you were almost done, and you said no, you had hours to go.
Oh, I don't know about hours, but maybe an hour. I love breaking stuff down into little shapes, and then once that black starts filling in, you start seeing it. And
you should do a morning stream since you can do something in 30 minutes. Me, I'm up to 4 hours now, and I've already got it drawn.
It's all quality, my friend.
Well, there is that.
You make some very, very, very quality things, as opposed to the garbage that I'm turning.
Are you
I'm
now?
I'm the worst self salesman ever.
Are you now Jarrod, the garbage artist?
I guess. Not proud of the life I lead, folks.
Have you seen a counselor for that?
You know, it's weird. It's hard to find a counselor that specializes in garbage art.
Well, that guy that I met, that's how he got started. You know, the guy that took your moniker.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or took your shtick. I thought you were the only, like, well, we do have the estate sale artist in the house here.
That's right. I forget who's the estate sale artist. Is that Ron?
No, that's Dr. Kaz.
Oh, Kaz is the estate sale. I forgot about that.
Zablo coined that for him. Amazing Spider-Man 531, where he is eating pizza. Who's eating pizza?
The Spinner.
See, I'm even frustrating myself on these little thumbnails where I should just be doing a gazillion of them.
I struggle with doing thumbnails because I want to turn everything I do into a finished piece.
I know.
I hate throwing something away.
You know what? Well, I mean, these are meant to be just gestural, you know, and I get caught up again, and I'm going to try not to. All I want is attitude in these.
I'd give you attitude.
You know what I mean.
Hey, shut up.
Well, maybe actually, maybe you don't. Actually, maybe you don't. Maybe that's your problem.
I tell you, I had a good problem this week.
And
it involves you, John Beatty.
Oh.
Don't even know.
with your boss?
No, I got contacted by my local art show, that Piney Woods Art Fest I do every year. And guess what weekend they want to do it in April?
I have no idea.
In April.
I have no idea.
Don't we have something to do in April, me and you? It'll come to you.
Yeah.
I know we're going to end up eating tacos at some point.
But I don't know if you know the dates or not, what they were.
I went to the website yesterday, and I know the guy who runs the website keeps it current.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's the same day, my local art show. And I said, for the first time since I started this, probably 6 years ago, I started at that show, not be able to go because I got to go to my boy Beatty's.
You might want to stay at Piney.
Oh, you kicking me out?
No, I'm just saying you might want to stay with Piney. Local art show, if you get in there and you're...
I like Piney. Piney's been good to me, but let's just say Daytona's
a lot more fun.
Yeah. Well, I get to see you, which is nice. Get to hang out with my friend.
Okay.
That's it. I just like hanging out with you. Does that make you feel good or no? Or yeah, that's what I thought that sounds.
I was concentrating on this little figure.
see where I rank, folks.
That's kind of interesting. I gotta maybe figure out.
Yeah, Ron, I'll be in Daytona in April unless Beatty gets me blackballed. So 50-50.
No, I'm. You need to talk to Tom on the arrangements though, because they have changed a bit.
That's all. So I'm staying at your house. I got it.
Yeah. No, nobody gets to stay at my house. I barely get to stay there. Okay, now. That's not speedery enough. Whoa. So you know it's the 13th and 14th then?
I do.
Okay.
And I looked at it literally yesterday. Because they got my invite from the show, and they said 13th and 14th. I said, let me just make sure that doesn't conflict. Oh, it conflicts.
Oh, you got your invite to Piney. Have you got your invite to Daytona?
That's where we get into a gray area.
You know I'm messing with you.
Yes, Tom invited me last year, he said.
Yes, but he had to tell me that there's certain stuff that, due to funding, that might be a little less budgetable. Yeah, I mean, you can still get a table.
I see. That's good. That's good.
I'm just saying, you know, before you say no to Piney, you need to, work. You need to talk to Tom.
So I'm sleeping at your house? Is that what you tell me?
Like I said, nobody sleeps there. It's, if it was my house, then yeah. But since Mama runs the house.
But she likes me.
Yeah, she likes you when you're in the hotel. Mama doesn't know you. You're just assuming she would like you, right?
I met her in Macon.
I'm not talking about my wife. I'm talking about my mama.
Oh, you're talking about the literal mom.
Okay. Yes.
I thought you meant mama to your kid.
No, I'm talking about my mama.
Oh.
Not Jacob's mama.
Speaking about mamas, hello, guys.
Hey!
There he is.
Pat
I mean, there she is. Look, it's Ron's twin. Him and Ron.
Sampson in the house.
How you doing, Pat?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fine. Ron, this is your doppelganger.
Ron looks just like me?
Close.
Or is Ron my doppelganger?
Well, and there's Noah.
Hyper potato.
Pat brought the troops with him.
I got to get on the chat, so bear with me.
Ron just says, Lori, that's his girlfriend, yelled at me thinking I had my camera on.
I guess you do look alike.
They do. I'm serious.
Well, when you're handsome, this handsome.
Well, hey, did I say I didn't say anything about not handsome? I just said it's very you remind me quite a bit of Ron.
Ah, okay. Well, I hope that's a good thing.
It is.
Because Ron reminds me of me. I see you guys are. What do you got going on? Some Spider-Man?
I am trying to
See.
figure out the toughest thing in the world. A good spider pose for a black Spider-Man costume. It's a bit tough because you need to show that black spider on the front.
Oh yeah.
Here's the catch-22. If you do a nice back shot, well, a back is very hard to draw. You know,
Hmm.
so you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Well, I heard you guys were doing some Spider-Man, so I'm in honor of you guys doing that. I brought along my Spider-Man drink
Nice.
Oh,
glass I got for Christmas.
Got brandy in there.
don't you worry about what he's got in there.
I worry about it. I have to.
You can't tell what I got in there. I just got some ginger ale.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
See?
It's not what I heard from our mutual friend Sean Connery.
What's in Cristado's glass stays in Cristado's glass.
Actually,
You
it goes
know-
in Chris Adams' belly.
Goes. That's true.
You know, I was trying, instead of the Long Box Crusade, I was trying to remember your username on Twitter because I was doing it through the YouTube thing to post
Mhm.
on Twitter about this. Or no, I actually did do it through Twitter. And I started typing like K, but then I put like an R-I-E or an E-I. But even with the K, it didn't come up. So I was like, well, there's always Long Box Crusade. So sorry, Pat. That's what I went
Oh
with.
no. I get both.
You need to get John. You need to get John to follow you. Is what you need to do.
I thought he does. Maybe
I
he
thought
does.
I did too. No, I thought I did too.
It's KRISTATOS.
PRS Tatos.
So anybody out there that's not following me, go ahead and look me up on the Twitter.
Christatos.
Let's become friends.
01.
Let's be friends.
Why can't
We be friends.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Na, na, na. Actually, I kind of like this one with the arms going back. Let's see if this would work if I really... Let's just do a shoulder and draw through and see.
I like that one.
Yeah, I'm going to do a hand here. Keep the same angle. Let's move this in a little bit. Okay, this might be something that could develop. And let's see, how are we going to do his head? Maybe I need to move it over a bit, that's for sure. Don't want it. Do I want it? Let me see. All right, well, see, now I'm scrubbing too much because I kind of got something I like here. I might have to throw this leg out a little bit.
All right. I got
See,
the chat
when-
up. Woohoo, I did it.
And then once I
What'd you do?
get something, I would draw it bigger, and then I would scan it and print it out bigger, and then look for the nice cropping, which is nice. I was telling Jarrod, and maybe, I don't know if it was before this started, that it's nice to have that option in a studio commission, because at a convention you don't really
Mm-hmm.
you don't have the option to play around with, you know, a lot of different variations.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm going to answer a question from the chat that's really old.
Okay.
I think it was GLHG asked who their favorite artist was, and I'm going to have to say John Beatty and Jordan Alberich.
Wait a minute.
Oh, you just stole mine too.
But Pat, you knew I worked on Squadron Supreme, right?
No, don't act like you knew, Pat. Nobody knew.
I know what most of my favorite artists worked on.
Maybe I just like you as a person. It doesn't have to be all about art.
You mean it's a lifestyle?
Yes, it's a lifestyle.
John Beatty is a lifestyle.
It's not just art. It's a full art lifestyle.
Hey. Dr. Kaz says Web Spider-Man versus Spider-Man symbiote. Yes.
Oh, I think he's might be talking about what I got going.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because
indeed, this is gonna. I was gonna say it's gonna come out good, but you never know. But so far, I'm digging how this is falling out.
Dude, I'm telling Jarrod, go back and watch me today on my morning stream, because there was a good waste of. I'm not gonna say waste of time. But there was a good time spent thinking out that background.
Cool background, bro.
Well,
let Pat see it.
Okay. I'll let Pat. I will.
Not only is this drawing that he did the recreation of Secret Wars.
Oh, I saw that.
Perfect. But the background is just amazing.
Yeah, I saw that.
See, he saw it. He's hip.
He's with it.
I'm down with it. Yeah, that looked very cool. And I liked the other Spider-Man like headshots you did with the half and halves.
Yeah, you showed me that earlier.
Yeah, there you go. The scan didn't do the color. I had to color correct it, and I tried to, get as close as I could, but nothing beats the original.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know why they used to shoot film for paintings, and I guess they still do to a degree. Scanners with light, they reflect, and then it throws all the color into different directions.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course this was
yeah, that one's cool.
This was New Year's Day. This was my first drawing of 2019. That was the symbiote taking over. This one was a bear because of the webbing.
You said it was a bear? Looks more like a spider.
You do yours, big boy. And this was a lot of fun. The old Dark Knight, the old craggy, gritty. But boy, that is like a day glow orange. It still doesn't. Until Dr. Kaz gets this in his hands, a photograph. I could probably photograph it, and it would, and post that on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want your. I don't need your. Yeah, Pat.
Sing it, Pat.
Photograph.
Photograph.
I don't want you.
Photograph.
I don't need you.
Photograph.
I love that Ron's girlfriend Lori thought he turned his camera on. I told you all. As soon as it
well, I have to see it. Now I got to see a picture of Ron.
Look in the mirror.
It's just Ron's
is Ron in the chat?
Yeah.
No, is Ron in the Ron? Was he in the
he has an invite.
Thanks, Tater Shed Comics and Nerding.
Huh?
Tater Shed Comics are in nerdery.
Everyone looks the same.
Wow, great looking stuff. Dr. Cass says, quote me, it's twin in 9x12. Quote me, it's twin in 9x 9 by 12.
9 by 12.
Ron says he's always here.
Ron's like Mr. Cohen. He always here.
Hey, Pat,
Yes.
if Ron's girlfriend thought he turned on the camera, that should be enough to validate what I said.
Well, I'm just curious
I
to
know.
see, you know.
I know.
I was going to say if Ron was in our earlier messaging group.
He has a link, but Ron's a little shy to come on camera, especially when.
Oh, well, so am I. Is my camera on?
No,
Not at all. That's Ron's.
Oh, okay.
You see Ron, right?
Mhm.
When you talk, you see Ron.
Yeah, GLGHG is looking for Jason and Delvin, but I don't know.
We don't take them to everything.
Yeah,
He's looking forward to what?
This is the OG crew here.
It is.
He's looking for my brother Jason and our other co-host Delvin.
Oh.
GLHG is a big supporter of your channel and ours. He's the man.
I have not seen. Let's see, 2 people. I have not seen GLHD. That's hard for me to say. I usually just say Green Lantern. In the morning stream in a long time, and Big Easy has been MIA.
Where's Big Easy and Courtney?
No, I don't know.
I haven't seen them at a morning, and usually Big Easy checks in. You know, he says it's too loud at work to hear, but he usually can watch.
Oh, okay.
Our life needs more Big Easy and Courtney.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do while we're having fun here. I will.
Taking your shirt off again, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. I'll get a little tweet out. See if we can.
Give the people what they want.
GL says, nope, it's like 4:30 for me.
I thought he showed up. What is he on the West Coast?
He's California love.
I did not know that.
I don't know if it's California, but I'm pretty sure he's a West Coast guy.
Well,
I've mailed him something before.
You know, GL. They've been going till like 11 o'clock. Check your messages, Jarrod. But yeah, it's not by that one.
It's not that far off.
But you know what? Brothers, right? I mean, easily brothers. You know, when I was a young man, I resembled. When I was a young man, there's an interview when John Byrne cut my hair. And there's a picture of me looking in the mirror, and I have my hair pulled back, looking at what I would look like with, you know, not my longer hair, or actually my mullet. Let's be honest here.
True confessions with John.
And I tell you what, you look at that picture. It's online, and you will see John Beatty looking like Kurt Russell.
It's hot.
Oh, it's definitely hot. You all have not seen my early Facebook pages where I was like 24, 23, 24 that I put up.
Facebook wasn't around when you were 24. You liar.
No. I put them up.
I know. I'm just teasing.
And it's really funny because, you know, it's more of a rockabilly, although I could see where people would kind of mistake the haircut for a mullet. But it's because I did have it long in the back, but in front it had the big pompadour type.
Oh yeah,
you know.
That's my kind of hair. That's my kind of hair.
Yeah, Pat did the same thing.
Yep.
Oh, I was a big Stray Cats fan. I was chasing Brian Setzer, trying to rival his pompadour.
Now I don't know if mine was that big, but you know, I had the Ogilvy home perm in the back going on.
Well, you know, it was the 80s, so the longer back was, you know, it wasn't like so much the shorter back. You know, it was long front, short sides.
Yeah. I had some steps in my sides too.
Okay, there's I didn't have that.
Yeah. That's how we do it up here.
That's how you roll
Mm-hmm.
in the Midwest.
Yep.
I love it. Pat just rolls with it. Yep.
That's how we do it here in cheese country. Steps and rat tail. And then when I got rid of the back, I had to get a rat tail.
I had for the longest time I had a little blonde patch dyed on the back of the right-hand side. That was popular here in Florida. I don't know about so much in cheese country.
What was that?
I had it was like a little patch of hair in the back.
Okay.
That it was maybe 2 inches long and about an inch high that we would dye blonde.
Oh. Okay.
On the right hand, like behind the neck on the right-hand side.
I don't think I've seen that. But I did have like then I had like long in the front, if you guys can see me doing this. Long in the front, and I had my fronts frosted.
Oh, I got the frosted tips. My son does frosted tips.
Well, it was like long.
We're bringing it back.
I never had frosted tips. I missed the boy band era.
It's not too late. It's not too late.
My tips are naturally frosted.
They're frosted now. Yeah, I was going to say he's got frosted tips now. Beatty rocking them frosted tips these days.
Green Lantern says Biggie is, I think he has time off, so don't think he's waking up early. And
what's he doing right now then?
West Colin the house.
This has potential.
I don't know what that
this
is.
one has potential here. I like the arms back. I like this, and the webbing going back here like this.
It is. I like that.
And
I like how he's got the wasp over his shoulder too. That's cool.
Yeah, that's a star. Like, okay, that's a keeper, and it could even be done. Maybe he's upside down.
Yeah.
Upside down.
And then the little webbing that he's holding would be, and I could actually
round and round.
Now, David's in the room. He could comment if he sees something that, if he thinks that's kind of a cool.
Is this for him?
Yeah, I believe it was Dave or David. He also picked up this piece here, as you all remember.
Oh yeah, I was wondering what you did with the muzzle.
I made it black, and it turned out really nice.
Looks good.
The next morning, I came in, and I knew right away that it had to be black. There was no doubt. No doubt.
Noah said, I pulled a Beatty and got up at 4 a.m. today. No, sir, I don't like it.
No, he's not an early riser, that guy.
Well, you can't just do it one day, and it's got to be a commitment.
Lifestyle.
It is a lifestyle.
It's a living the Beatty lifestyle.
You have to
living the Beatty loca.
Like I would be hitting the bed around 8 to 8:45 to 9 o'clock at the latest. Because
that's actually early for me.
Well, actually, I've started getting up at 3:45 now.
Oh.
Here, I'm going to show you all something. This is funny. Well, to me it is. You all may just think it's just outright stupid. But
such an interesting opinion of us.
No. I said you all might think it's stupid.
Well, if you're giving us options to choose from.
Oh, there's the kidney lady.
Let me get that. Oh, sorry. Boy, I got a cold.
That would be my sister. Okay, so this is my alarms. Let's see, where do we start here? 2:30 a.m., 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. And I've got the 3:45, 4 a.m.
No one just threw up in his mouth.
5 a.m., 5:30, 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30. This 2:45 p.m. must have been a nap sometime. and then I have one for a 4:30, which was probably one I had here in my office to remind me that I had to leave. Probably both of these were alarms I set to remind me it's time to go do something. I'm just going to edit and delete those right now. My sister is like,
Somebody's blowing you up.
it's my sister. I can delete that one and I can delete that one. And I'm done. So yeah, that's my from anywhere from 2:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. is my alarms. And I've been going to this 3:45 a.m. alarm lately instead of 4.
But what people really want to know, John, is what's your sleep bed number?
Actually, I don't have a sleep bed number, but when I do, my sister says, "Be careful down here late."
She knows she's hanging out. You're hanging out with us.
Yeah,
those boys are no good for you.
Yep.
Yeah, be careful down there late. But anyway, Pat, you didn't get in on the chess thing. Do you play chess?
No. Okay. I'm no good at it.
It's John Beatty 61 at chess.com. Ron's got the jokes.
Yeah.
Mike Cross, you're right. Kidney Lady does know when I'm streaming.
I can tell you that your mother's sleep number is Ron.
Noah, you do get used to it. The problem is your body gets used to it too. So if you stay up late, your body's going to want to get up, and if you're like me, you'll get up, and then like an hour, 2 hours later, you are dead tired and ready to go back to sleep. And that'll probably happen to me tonight, but tomorrow is Saturday and I can sleep in if I can. I probably will wake up and then realize that after a couple hours that I need to go back to bed and catch up on my sleep. And I hate to do that, but I don't like depriving myself of sleep because it's not healthy. I had enough of that when I was a younger man. A younger man, I say, when I was in my 20s.
I was just going to say, how young were you?
Oh, the whole decade of the 80s. Okay. Looking for just some dynamic poses. You know what a good search... give you all a pro tip here, and this is I'm gonna set this page aside and get another one. Pro tip: when you're looking for dynamic poses to sketch from, Google parkour.
Okay.
And that is spelled Parkour, and that's the guys that do these extreme jumps across buildings and other stuff like that. And to give all the credit to my buddy Sean Galloway, aka Cheeks Galloway, on social media. He had shown some poses he was working on before, and I told him, I said, "Man, where are you getting these unusual poses?" And he said, "Oh, just Google parkour, and you're gonna find." And then he started showing it with the reference, so you can really find some interesting, like backflip stuff and jumping. So you're working from a model, but man, I'm looking at some parkour stuff now, and it's very sweet. Here's a good pose right now. Now that's cool. This guy is. Let's see if it's going to show up. If I bring my iPad into the screen, if it's going to fit without knocking over everything. Let's see. So, see this? This is what I'm talking about. What a great Spider-Man pose, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like me right before I broke my leg.
Mm-hmm.
So you can, I mean, Either
That's
way.
like me when I wake up at 4 a.m.
But no, I mean, you still have to have some drawing knowledge to get in there, but at least it gives you a starting point. Let's see. I'm just gonna, just for giggles, here's another guy here, See, this wouldn't work for Black Spider-Man though. It's a great pose. This one, that's fine. That would make a good Spider-Man. Oh, well, he's got these real baggy pants on, but still, would you see it?
Yeah.
Now, this is weird where his arm doesn't continue. You see that? Here, let me bring this up higher.
That's somebody photoshopped those pants on him.
No, it's down there. But it's weird the way his arm must be bent or placed somewhere, because if I was drawing this, I would draw through and have it,
Yeah.
So yeah, there. I mean, Spider-Man, right?
Ron says, here's a real pro tip. Before you Google, turn your parental control settings on. And that's why
I like this one. I'm gonna work a bit off of this and see what I can and of course I would hit the
See, I always thought it was weird because Jarrod would always ask me to send him poses of doing stuff like that.
Of you posing and oiled up, Pat?
Yeah. Well, I was wondering.
It was all research for something.
Yeah. And now I know.
No, Noah. Parkour, like a park. Not porncore. You'll find all sorts of different stuff there.
Well, there's poses there, but
and I'm sure people use them. All right, so I'm trying to establish those shoulders, and then we've got this guy's twist of his torso, and then his hips are gonna come in about here.
Sometimes I'll Google like Spider-Man cosplay, because a lot of cosplayers will come up with really neat poses for their photos, and because they're really into the character, at the moment. And sometimes you find some neat stuff doing that. And then you don't have to worry about baggy pants and stuff, because they're already like in the proper costume, so you can see how it looks.
Say what?
Google like Spider-Man cosplay, and you'll get cosplayers that'll do cool poses, and they'll already be in the costume, so you can really get a feel for how that'll play out.
Okay.
That's my amateur tip. It's not as good as a pro tip.
Well, I'm taking mine from Cheeks Galloway.
Well, you don't turn down tips from anybody named Cheeks.
No, not at all. Especially you know his work. You just don't know the name and put the work together.
Did he work on Squadron Supreme?
He invented Squadron Supreme.
Isn't that Grunwald?
GL says too late, John. So he must have went to the wrong.
Well, when that infects your computer, don't blame me.
But have fun while you're there, dude.
Yeah, I guess we won't be hearing from him again tonight.
He's done.
He's out.
Pat, you've had that cold for about ever, man. What's going on?
Yeah, I know.
That's his cocaine. That's not a cold. There's a little cocaine going on.
Shh, don't give away all the secrets.
That's why Pat can stay up to the wee hours of the night.
No, I'm usually about 12 o'clock's my time.
Well,
and then I start to fall asleep. Then I get up at 2 or 3 o'clock from the couch.
what are you sleeping on the couch for? I know I slept
Uh,
on one.
I fall asleep watching something, and I'm
Oh,
up.
you're like Zablo. He falls asleep on his easy chair,
Yeah, like
and then he goes.
I'll
Go
try
ahead.
to watch something, and then thinking I won't fall asleep, but I do.
If
Next thing
I'm
you know, it's like 3 episodes later, and I'm like, what just happened? I don't.
and you know what? If I'm tired, that's why I just go to bed. I'm just like, that's it. I'm out. I don't fight it, because if I do, if I get that like to 12 o'clock sleep like you're talking about,
Yeah.
I may not get back, and then I'm really stuck, so to speak. Correct?
So who do we all have in the chat? It's been a while since.
It's a tat tat in the chat.
Who's all in the chat? Chitty chat. Got 11 watching. Noah, the hyper potato, says, "Say my name, Pat. Say my name. Say my name."
You want to use your real name or your no other hyper potato name? Because we know them. We know them all.
Mike Cross says, "I guess I'm still here." Thank you, Mike. Green Lantern says, "Say it."
Say it. 4?
Is that Kirk?
It is.
Is Kirk? Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Kirk? Why don't you just get your own?
Get your own account, Kirk.
Yeah.
He's not old enough.
So he has to use this.
I made Jacob his own. Hey, Jacob's 18.
Dr. Katz says, "Present. I'm listening and drawing too." Oh, cool. What are you
All
drawing,
right.
Doctor?
He's drawing Spider-Man, I'm sure.
Is he?
Well, I'm taking a wild guess.
Yeah, maybe I should draw Spider-Man. I don't know.
I was ordered to draw Spider-Man for today's episode.
Okay.
Hey, I'm just saying, Spider-Man is the character right now with that movie out.
Yeah, I just watched Venom, and so hence I decided to incorporate Venom into my piece today. I like that.
I'm sorry about that.
I liked it. Don't care what you say.
I I was gonna consider watching it, but
Oh, so you're poo-pooing it without having watched it? Come on now.
well, that's what I was getting to. I was gonna watch it, even though I heard negative stuff about it, but now that it's out on DVD,
That's how I watched it.
I kind of even have less.
It's a shame.
I haven't seen it yet, so
I actually was entertained.
Yeah, but I mean, what was that? Was it in the theater for even 2 weeks? That's rare for a Marvel movie.
It was in for a couple of months in my theater.
Yeah, but you got the dollar theater there in Bama.
I don't actually. I wish I did have a dollar theater.
I don't think they have them anymore anywhere.
Yeah,
Ron might have one where he lives.
I can tell you why. Because didn't we talk about this, Pat?
Yeah, I think we were talking about this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because all the theaters are going to the digital projectors now because the movie doesn't come on film anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And for the dollar theaters, it's not worth it for them to upgrade their hardware to be able to go from film projectors to these digitals. It's just the profit margin isn't there.
And it's my theory that they can make any movie 3D now, right?
I am not sure, but I'll agree with that.
No, I'm serious because I saw Into the Spider-Verse in 3D, and I was kind of excited because I was telling Jacob, man, stuff is going to look like it's coming right at you and stuff. And I could tell that, it was a movie not made for 3D because there wasn't enough stuff. You know, when they actually had like for 3D only, that's the way you had to see it.
Like Jaws 3D and all that.
Something was reaching at you like this,
Yeah.
or all the time something was in your face, and it really looked like it was gonna, come off the screen.
Yep.
And there just wasn't enough in this to like, to me, I think they can take a movie now and yes. Who called me?
No, that was my wife.
Oh, okay.
She gave me something.
Did she call you?
Yes.
All right, Pat. Let's see it.
My
wife brought they made me show my dinner earlier.
All right, Pat. Show us the.
Oh
yeah!
Popcorn chicken.
Pat, I heard that they were mean to the chickens.
And she had the same experience again today.
Really? So it's not approved.
Hey, I told Jarrod about his buddies down here in Daytona Beach.
Right.
And it's still.
I haven't fixed it to your liking.
I haven't really been, but the last time I went there was not bad, but tell you what, that guy needs to come down and he needs to have an undercover boss episode.
Ron says that he has a $2 one like 45 minutes away for a movie theater.
See, I knew he would in his area.
We on my theater close by has $5 nights on Tuesday.
Tuesday's the cheap night around my parts too, but it's like $7 still.
Oh, wow.
That's the cheap night.
I think we have the cheap night too, and I think it's like 10 or 12.
Boy.
It's like $1 less than normal or $2. And then once you get popcorn and stuff, you're still looking at like $50 for 3 people to see a movie and have a popcorn and a beverage.
Dr. Cass says he's drawing John's January 1st web symbiote duel.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
He's going to work the year with me. He's just going to wait until the weekend and.
Oh yeah, cool.
I don't know. I'm just saying that. Don't believe everything I say, Pat.
I can verify that.
Except if it's about Jarrod.
What did you say something, John? I wasn't really paying attention.
There you go. You know, Pat, I heard this about Jarrod.
Oh, I'm listening now. What? You
right. See? Yep. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way.
Ivor Evans is in the house. He said, Jarrod, I don't have my glasses on, but that doesn't look like you're drawing Indiana Jones or Johnny Quest.
I forgot he wanted me to do some Indiana Jones work.
I'd like an Indiana Jones. I think that'd be cool.
Ivor, man.
Hello,
he ordered my very first drawing of 2019. Ivor got my very first one.
And
I appreciate that, dude.
Hello, Professor Frenzy.
Yeah,
Professor Frenzy's in the house.
Yeah.
Dang, I knew I should have put pants on.
Professor.
I have no idea what that means.
It's a show.
And I don't think I need to.
He's a podcasting friend and a really great person. He came out to Dragon Con this year and was very supportive of me. He brought me like drinks and stuff, and he was awesome. So he's a cool cat in my book.
You know, Professor, I'm always good for a podcast. All you got to do is invite me.
Wait, what? You told me you wouldn't do my show.
I didn't say that.
You said if I ever brought it up again, you were going to punch me directly in the face.
Now you're just telling a lie.
Would I lie to our audience for laughs?
For laughs, yes. I said for laughs, yes.
I was talking to the audience.
Oh.
They will rat me out at the drop of a hat, man.
You know, I am.
Noah says that he's with Ivor.
Well, he wants some Dr. Jones in his life. Is that what he wants?
No time for love, Dr. Jones. Mike Cross says, I still have never seen the final Blue Falcon drawing.
Oh, well.
I think it's Falcon awesome.
Oh, Mike, it could be yours. I have it up in my store.
I love a Blue Falcon.
Hang on, I'll go get it.
You know what? You'd have to send it to Canada.
For me?
No, for Mike Cross.
Oh.
All right, let's dig out this Blue Falcon.
Jerry says, Professor Frenzy says, you guys are great. I don't know if he's talking about us.
I think he's talking about just everything in general.
Everybody in the chat room.
There, I got you covered right there.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Is there a deal on that?
For Mike Cross, yes.
Well, it's going to Canada.
For Mike Cross, no.
There's a deal on the art, but the charge for shipping is double, right?
Charge for shipping goes up. Well, like I've said on live streams that we've done, anybody in the chat wants a coupon code for my site, just say the word, and we'll talk on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, and I'll send you a coupon code from my website.
Wow,
that's the benefits of showing up for the chats. Give away coupon codes.
The word is Pat is cool.
That's the pipe.
The password is.
The password is
yard sale.
John Rule.
Dang it, now everybody's gonna know.
Haggle. The password is haggle.
Password. Haggle.
Mike says that's pretty sharp.
Thank you, Mike.
And that sounds about right. So
I still love Mike.
But is he enough of a Blue Falcon fan to put down $15 for that?
What are you on my site right now?
GL says, and banned from the site.
You are on the pay for Big Cartel, right, Jarrod?
Yes.
Because you have enough items on there. I backed off for a while. I don't know if I'm going to go with WooCommerce on my site now or go back. I kind of like Big Cartel because of the, the coupon stuff you can do, all sorts of stuff. I was into it there for a while, but then I ran out of stuff to sell.
Good problems to have.
Yeah, so and I don't want to get into selling prints unless there's a minimum order, because you sell one print and it's not really worth it. You know what I mean? Well, maybe you don't, but we'll just pretend.
Sure.
Mike says he's got a split. Great stuff, fellas.
Okay, Mike. Sorry it's not as entertaining, but I'm trying to...
I blame myself.
I'm trying to loosen up and get the right pose down for my first Spider-Man commission. And so I'm actually just looking at a few more of these parkour poses for inspiration. They're very dynamic, and it's really interesting how these guys and girls can, I don't know how many stories up in the air, but number one, the photography is kind of interesting that they can, they must, what would they be using? Like a really fast shutter?
You'd have to, yeah.
To capture that type of action.
Mm-hmm.
And then, just really, really, really well done. Good stuff. Good stuff. It was a good tip. I'm glad I asked Sean. And I love when he Jarrod, you might remember him from recently. He was doing the Andy Griffith stuff.
Andy Griffith stuff.
Yeah, like Barney, and he didn't get to Andy, but he did Floyd and Barney and Jim Neighbors.
says Jarrod.
Come on, you're not familiar with Cheeks?
Cheeks.
All I
Cheeks the
know
monkey.
is I need a friend in my life named Cheeks.
Cheeks. Maybe I'll change my name to Cheeks.
There you go. I like that.
Cristatos Cheeks.
Cheeks Sampson.
Cheeks Cristatos. That one sounds better. Flip it around.
Cheeks Cristatos. Always got a smile. Ron says, did somebody say pose down?
Yes.
I'm afraid to answer that.
With oil.
Oh boy. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was when the show took a turn.
And Jarrod took over, right?
I don't take over shows.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Okay, come on now. I'm just looking for some good spidery. Oh, that's a nice one, but that again it's a side view, beautiful, but therein lies the rub with a black Spider-Man. You got to have enough to show that white spider. Do I go up on that one? That's a real blurry photo, but I don't care because I'm just trying to get a gesture thing going. So let's see what we can do with this. Dun, 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 dun. And usually on these, you never get it right the first time. You have to just, you got to loosen up quite a bit. That's what I think really fuels people like a Jack Kirby or someone who can do 5 pages a day. They just stay in a perpetual state of looseness in their art. You know what I'm saying, guys?
Mm-hmm.
I hear you.
And he just brought the power. You know, it's like, it's amazing when you see his scans of pencils. It's like he just put lines down with such authority. This guy's head is actually, yeah, but I prefer Spider-Man to be tipped this way. All right. Got a nice arm coming this way, and then it drops down, so we could actually have that foreshortened more than what it really is.
So, John, right now you're just kind of trying to figure out a pose.
Yeah, just
you're kind of working on these sheets.
Yeah, right? It's been a while since I've done like well, not that long, but because I did that Black Panther last week. But since I've actually done a full figure Black Spider-Man, but I still get cropping. You know, I talked to David, I think that's who it was, and you know, I don't like, okay, let's just say I had this full figure and I made it bigger so it fits kind of like the Black Panther. That's, you know, some people when you tell them full figure, they literally want that full figure, and if you crop something off, they cry foul. I think if you artistically crop, it makes the full page more dynamic.
Mm-hmm. You know, that was my name in college, full figure.
Full figure? Full figure Pat?
Mm-hmm.
Full figure Pat.
Full figure Cheeks.
Oh, boy.
Ron says that speaking of staying in state of perpetual looseness, Ron says, how's your mother, Trebek?
And here we go down that road.
There we go. Yep. Ivor says, he's asking me a question. Wow, I got a question from, he says, Pat, how long How much longer until I get to hear what your thoughts are about the best Roger Moore Bond movie for your eyes only?
Well, go right ahead. Feel free. Fill some air.
If I was him, I'd wait. I'd be checking my podcatcher around the 7th.
I was gonna say, or if if you're saving that for your podcast, and I totally understand.
That episode gets released on the 7th this month.
Oh, so it's already in the can.
It's in the can, ready to go. Yeah.
Which was my nickname in college.
Mm-hmm. In the can.
In the can. Yeah.
That's because that's where he always was.
Yeah. What are your? Let's hear your thoughts, John, on for your eyes only.
Oh, let's see, who was in that one?
Roger Moore.
Sucked.
He's not your Bond?
No. No, Sean Connery or Daniel Craig. Other than that, no thank you. How you like those apples?
I haven't seen a lot of Craig yet, so I can't make a judgment.
You haven't seen what?
I haven't seen any of the. Well, yeah, I don't think I have.
You know what? I saw the first one. That's all I needed. He sold me on the first one. I said, "That's the guy right there." Look no further. There's your next franchise Bond. And I guess it was. Is he? Mm-hmm. But he's out now, right?
He's got one more coming out next year.
Oh, so how many does that make total, Jarrod? You would know.
For him, is that 5? Casino, Quantum, Skyfall, Spectre. Yeah, it'll make 5 for him.
And he's definitely out, or renegotiate contract?
Definitely out.
He's already stated that?
He stated it. They've already started the search. I mean, he's going to be... he's... No offense, John, but he's your age.
Sean Connery was not a young man.
Roger Moore was not a young man. A lot of people don't realize that Roger Moore is actually older than Sean Connery.
Yeah, but, Bond is... okay, with the Daniel Craig Bonds, they were a little more physical, I think, right?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I don't ever remember Connery really, taking a 12 gauge ball of twine to the nads.
Don't ruin it for Pat.
Yeah. I haven't seen those yet.
Hey, he has no idea what I'm talking about.
Ron says that he stated after the last one that he would have rather slit his wrist.
Yeah, he was full of crap.
5th. However, here he is. Here it is.
Every Bond actor does that. They all go, "Oh, I'm so sick of being stereotyped, and my life is so hard because I'm so famous and I have so much money." I might be.
Oh, stop throwing me money. Stop giving me money.
Oh, my life's so hard. Every Bond actor. Roger Moore is kind of the exception. Roger Moore never really publicly complained about it, although he did have a little burnout.
Did he have anything to complain about? He had, that I know of, no career but Bond.
Oh, come now. I
don't know what else he did.
He had a very, very popular television series in England called The Saint. And
well, there you go.
Of course, he did Cannonball Run. There's that.
Yeah, but did he do that as himself?
You want to see a really cool Roger Moore flick? Check out a movie called The Wild Geese. That movie's cool. It's got
he may have been good in other stuff. So Ron's saying he didn't like Daniel Craig, or Daniel Craig just gave it up after the 5th one.
Yeah, I think they're all agreed to just part ways amicably after this one. Like I say, he's no spring chicken anymore. I think he's a bit tired of it, and you don't want to keep an actor around who doesn't want to be there.
No, I agree with that.
That's just bad news.
Well,
Ron says he likes Daniel Craig very much.
I like Daniel Craig.
I like Daniel.
He's not my favorite, but I like him.
Roger Moore is your... No, you like Pierce Bronson.
I like Daniel Cheek.
Guess again.
I thought you did like Pierce Brosnan.
I like them all. I mean, there's none that I don't like, but
Roger Moore.
My favorite is the one that most people don't bring up.
Roger Moore.
I know who it is.
Go ahead, Pat. Regale him.
I know who it is. I think I remember.
T-Doll. It's T-Doll.
T. Dalton. Yeah, I'm a Timothy Dalton guy.
Man, what'd he do? 3?
2.
And they said no thanks.
He said no thanks. They kind of put the series on hiatus after 1989. And he was like, well, if we're not going to do one anytime soon, I'm out of here. And they did not release another one for 6 years until GoldenEye.
I thought it was the Daniel Craig one that brought it back.
No, it was Pierce Brosnan that really saved the franchise with GoldenEye. Man, that movie's so good too.
You know what? And I can't see his because I equate him too much with what was the TV show?
Remington Steele.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is just Remington Steele. You know who, and this is probably going to get me in trouble with you Bondites. Is that what you all call yourself? Like the Trekkies? You all are the
Bondophiles.
Oh, that sounds unnatural. That sounds like some other group.
I think they were like Bond Cheekies.
I think I would drop that moniker. That might get you arrested or some time in the big house.
Professor Frenzy says Don Adams. I don't know who that is.
Don Adams, the voice of Tennessee Tuxedo. Get smart.
Oh, gaming with Haksho CB. I don't know who that is, but they just joined the chat.
Welcome.
Hello, gaming.
Gaming with
Hackshow.
Hackshow. Okay.
.cv. I don't know what the .cv is for, but welcome to the channel. We're having a little chit chat and a little sketching fun. I'm trying to work out a nice spidery pose. So none of this is finished. It's all just preliminary work for what will turn into a finished drawing.
You want to give me a pro tip there, Sensei?
Yeah. What you need?
What color would you go on the interior of Venom's mouth here on this piece?
Well, I would go black.
I was thinking that, but I didn't know if it was going to be too much black. If there was another color I could drop in there, but if black works, black works.
Why would black not work?
I was just asking the Sensei. I was leaning towards black, but I just wanted to make sure. I value our friendship and your opinion, John.
That might be a bit complicated.
Complicated.
Might be a bit complicated for you to do.
Yeah, we don't want complicated. We want the back. You want him to be simple. So black sounds good to me.
I like. I kind of like this. Let's flesh this out a little bit. Now, there was something that Pat and I were talking about, and we got off on that Bond tangent.
I can't remember.
Well, no, it actually was about the Bond thing. The Remington Steele thing, maybe. I never could. What did he do, like 3?
Brosnan did GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough.
Wow.
And Die Another Day. So 4? I feel like I might have missed one. He did 17, 18, 19.
Connery did 6.
Yeah,
right?
he did 4. Connery did 6, 7 if you count Never Say Never Again.
Well, you got to count it.
Yeah, some people don't because it's not part of the official canon. It's not an Eon Films production.
Says who? Well, how could they do Bond?
Oh my goodness! How long is tonight's live? I will tell the story. Pat's heard it about 11 times now. Pat, you can tell the story.
No, I don't want to.
I will be impressed if you remember the name of the guy who pretty much so is at fault for all.
I don't need to go into all that. I was just like,
I'll tell you the story. Well, you see, it was Christmas, and Jason was wanting a Sky Striker.
Not that story, Pat. I know that's the other story. Heard 100 times.
I thought it was.
Jason's post on Twitter cracked me up today about that Sky Striker. Long story short, there was a guy that co-wrote one of the Bond books named Kevin McClory. He co-wrote that with Fleming. He co-wrote Thunderball, and so he claimed to have rights to the film, and it got locked in courts forever, and the courts finally granted him rights. That's why Never Say Never Again is just a remake of Thunderball.
And why do you think Connery did it for, like, he made a really good payday?
That and some spite. He was still angry with Albert R. Broccoli, the producer of all the other films. They had a bad parting of the ways.
Well, I was going to say, did they let him go or at the end, or was it just time for him to go?
Yes, to all.
So it was
their relationship had become so strained. It was just best for everybody that he leave.
Isn't that a shame when they got like a good chemistry thing going, and then like they're probably making bank, and it comes down to
Connery. Basically, Connery thought he was underpaid. Broccoli was like, "Nah, dude, I made you," and Connery was like, "Well, no, I made you." You know, they both wanted to take credit for making that. And actually, a nice story though that on Albert R. Broccoli's deathbed, that Connery came and they hadn't spoken in years, and came and saw him while he was dying, and he said, Broccoli said, "I told
you, I outlived you, I made you."
It was a sweet moment. Yeah.
He said Rosebud.
He said Rosebud.
Yeah.
Broccoli said, "We really made something great, didn't we?" And Connery said, "Yes, we did," or vice versa.
Yes, I did.
They died as friends. And it's a good moral of the story too, is, you know, you're upset with somebody, don't wait 30 years until someone's about to be dead to air the grievance. Just fix it and move on.
That's what I keep telling you, Jarrod, but you won't listen to me.
Well, I hate you, and that's the whole problem.
You just don't understand.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know.
I sounded like Barney Five.
You didn't understand.
You just don't understand.
Professor Frenzy says he's got to go run, so have a great weekend, everybody.
Professor, thanks for stopping by, dude.
If you want to have me on your podcast, information, I will. I enjoy doing podcasts.
Well, we actually do intend to have you on. We're just waiting to get to a comic that you worked on. Now that I know that you did Squadron Supreme, maybe we can work something out.
Well, you know that comic book.
We can always have them on. It doesn't mean
comic book data, but yeah, I mean, I just come on.
And we've invited him to the live streams, but the scheduling just hasn't.
That's true.
I literally could not make it. It
was like his wife's citizenship was more important to him, or something like that.
Ooh, I just stopped because I was getting gas, and you know.
I don't have my wife bringing me dinner like on a live stream. She would be like,
"I got the juice like that."
What juice?
I don't know. I was talking out of my head.
Oh, that juice. I thought you meant you got like a little juice pack or something.
That'd be sweet. Now I want one.
That I didn't see her bring into you. What do you do to that lady to get such good treatment?
Well, John, it's I'll tell you when you get older.
Well, you're 48. You just don't admit it. You lie about your age. I swear every time I see you, I think you're older than 42.
Just because I don't take care of myself in any way, shape, or form.
No, you're just one of those guys that looks older. And I don't mean that as a negative.
It's because I look wise. That's it, right?
No, you just look older.
Green Lantern says, "Don't let your wife hear you, Jarrod."
Yeah, everybody keep it down.
And Ron says, "Capri Suns, baby." Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, are you a juice? If you're going to drink a juice thing, or is it? Do you like the bags like that, the pouches, or are you a box person?
Box
It's
man.
it's just sugar water. It's not.
Just sugar water.
I don't even do the fruit when I'm hardcore on my diet because it's just sugar and carbs.
Heard it here first, people.
Mm-hmm. Another life moment from John Beatty.
He's not wrong though. I don't drink.
No,
juice.
he's right. He's totally right.
I
Neither
know
do
I'm
you,
right.
right? Yeah. You got your diabetic friends here verifying that.
That's right. And they don't listen to me though when I try to give them advice. Jared's like, "Hey, my doctor says I can have 300 grams of carbs a day," and I'm like it.
No.
Isn't that what you told me
Oh, John.
at the German
donut
barbecue at the German barbecue?
I got my own carb counts. I'm good to go.
Yeah, but they always give you more than you should have because
Right, as much as I love, my A1C level has been gone down every single time I've gone to the doctor.
yeah, but
The
it's
last
still
11
high.
years.
It's
That's
still
pretty awesome.
But it's still high, isn't it?
No, I'm actually within normal range.
Are you on the med? Are you on the
Are you
pill?
talking about heroin? Because
No, are you on the pill?
well, where are we going with this, John?
I don't know, but Green Lantern says his doctor says that he can have vodka for breakfast.
That sounds sketchy.
No, are you on a pill for your blood sugar?
I take half a metformin in the morning and half a metformin when I go to bed. So, yes.
Don't
Ron says, "Nice, great job, Jarrod." I don't know
Thank
if he's
you, sir.
talking about your
My A1C or my drawing.
Yes.
He's talking about your A1C, I'm sure.
Thanks, John.
I would have thought you're drawing,
I know. I'm saying that. Just,
ABC, CFG, whatever. Whatever works.
220, 221.
Whatever works.
you know what? I will tell you this. I never had so much grief from my friends when I was doing when I was really on my diet and I was doing my intermittent fasting, and they were like, "You're just starving yourself." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." And they're like, "But you're not eating, And I said, "Yes, I am. I'm just eating like in this window of time, and I'm eating satisfying meals that are, will carry me." "No, you're not getting enough nutrition." "Yes, I am. I'm getting everything I need. You see the salad? You see
That's the worst when your friends try to be your doctor. Like, you've got it all. You know what you're supposed to have, what you can do, what your numbers are, and they're like, "Are you sure you should eat that?" Be like, "I planned my whole day to eat this. I planned for 4 days to be able to eat this damn cupcake. Now leave me alone."
I was going to say, especially when my friends are either diabetic, right?
That's why I stay up late at night so I can eat what I want without anybody looking at me.
We're looking at that. We're looking at that fried chicken box now, and hoping that you at least got grilled.
No, it's pop.
No.
It's cheap. It's $39. I know what the
chicken.
Yeah,
That's
that's
even
a
worse. That's even
Ron says
worse.
it was talking about the A1C, Jarrod. So
Yeah, thanks,
good
Ron.
job on your A1C. And he says, ask if you're keeping it under 5.7.
Dang, Ron knows his stuff. He's in the health business.
Yes, he does.
Well, yes, Ron. Yes.
What is 517? Your A1C?
5.7.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you really want to keep it. Like when I first started this, my A1C was like ridiculous. It was like 11, and then I slowly chipped away at it. And I think last time it was like a 5.6 or something like that.
I think I'm in the 7s.
That's good, knowing where you started.
7.
I remember I was excited when I got into the 7s. I was like, man, moving on up.
See, now I'm just playing around. There's no spider
Yeah.
thing here. I'm just kind of seeing where this might go.
It looks good. Looks good.
Well,
If you're gonna throw those away, you can just give them to me. I'll put them in the.
Ron will be by to pick them up soon.
Dang it! My new nemesis, Ron.
Ron can just he just drives down and we hang out, and he actually listens to my critiques and says, "Thanks, John. That's a beautiful tip." And
I've said that many times.
Once when I first said
once
when I told Jarrod, I said, you could go a little thicker on your outlining. It's a little wimpy. And then Jarrod said, "You think?" And I said, "Yeah, I know. It's way too thin, Jarrod. Everything on the inside is like a lot heavier, and it's working against you." And he stepped out on that limb. He stepped out on that limb of trust.
Mm-hmm.
And now everything he inks has this big, bold outline on it. I didn't mean for everything. I was kind of talking about that one drawing and maybe just in general.
See how every story that starts out nice with him ends up.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Just little digs here and there. Dig, dig, dig.
Mr. Sensitive.
Please, I prefer Mrs. Sensitive.
Okay. If we were on Twitter, I would have to respect that wish, right?
That's right.
But we're not. We're on YouTube, so I will still respect your wish, Mrs. Alberich.
Noah says, speaking of Mrs. Noah says his 78-year-old mother's A1C was 5.5.
Oh, good.
That's pretty good. Way to go.
I have no idea. I have no idea what my A1C is.
Mrs. Potato? Is that Mrs.
Now, what is a good A1C?
You should definitely try to set a target for 6 and try to get under it.
All I know is
I think a good A1C is easy as 1, 2, 3.
I think you're
simple as do re mi.
Jackson 5 songs at this point.
Hey, Dave Turkin says, really like the parkour pose inspirations for Spidey.
Thanks, yeah, Dave. It works, Dave. Well, Dave's going to get one of these, so it's just a matter of which one I continue to work on. I think actually, though, I really am drawn to this. The arms behind.
I like it too. I think that's cool looking.
I think it's got a very.
Notice how I say positive things about John.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't need your.
See? And then all I get back is
it's got a very. It's static, but there's the behind the back thing. The arms back just really have a nice tension to the rest of the figure, kind of being relaxed, like he's, I don't know. I'm still in the process. Still in the process, Pat. But I'm glad David chimed in.
Yeah, it's good to hear.
Ron
says, hold on. So we had. Oh, Ron says, so hold on. So we had a colonoscopy, sinus and allergies, and now diabetes. Well, what do you expect from old men? Well,
I think that's a wrap on my Spidey. I think this one is finito. There you go. Oh, there we go.
David Turkin says, I think about John's one. It says, love that one as well. It's a nice aggressive feel for the symbiote suit.
The one with the arms behind the back?
I don't know. Dave, the one with the arms behind the back?
Because I'm really leaning towards that. I think that's a really unique. I haven't seen that one.
Jarrod, let's see yours again.
Hey.
Well, he was trying to show it, and I was talking over him. So,
well, there you have it. I got a mouthful of steak.
Maybe I'll get a mouthful of chicken.
You have what, Jarrod?
I have a mouthful of steak.
This is a kid show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the one behind the hands behind the back, Dave says.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that, Dave.
Me too. Not that my
I
opinion matters.
I like. Well, no, I think we both. When I was sketching that out, and originally I didn't have the arms there. Let's see, did I have them? I just had one indicated hanging down, and this one I was gonna maybe have up, and then it kind of came to me to like, hey, remember when I did the draw through?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, if I get this arm, if I, hang the shoulder down here, draw behind the back, have this arm, boom, boom, mirror this one, get the same angles, get these angles. Well, these angles could go like this, that could go up that way, and that could go, well,
Yeah.
you
I
know what
think
I
that
mean? So
with
you
some
get
really
that.
nice webbing too, that'll look really cool.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There's some Jarrod webbing.
That's right.
There we go.
I like the wasp over his shoulder.
The wasp.
That's a spidey sense.
I just got, speaking of the wasp, I ordered some hero clicks.
All right.
And I got a wasp.
Did you get them on eBay? Because you get a whole bunch on eBay for cheaps.
I got them on the Amazon.
Oh, you pay full price. I don't even know you anymore.
Well, I got like 25 of them for a decent price.
If it wasn't less than $10, we're not friends anymore.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, we're friends.
Okay, cool.
Don't worry, Pat. You have friends. You got a friend
in me. Ron says, so did you. After David said, I love the one as well. It's a nice aggressive feel for the symbiote suit.
Yes.
And then we said that, and then Ron chipped in and said, so did your mother last night. So did your mother last night, Trebek.
This one, the waist is too short. I would just fix it. I would elongate the body. You know what I mean? I was running out of room here and I didn't think about it, but that's what these little prelims are for, to figure out those type of problems. This, would have to shape up a little bit and drop down too. But I have another one I have to do, another black Spider-Man, so it's, it's nice.
Just to confirm, Ron's one about the mother was related to the steak in the mouth. I just got bad timing. Sorry, Ron.
So you say you made a mistake?
I thought he was being aggressive. So I don't know.
Mistake, right? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mistake. I get it.
So then the A1C is different than what is the other thing when you get your blood test done? The glucose tolerance. Huh?
It's regular blood sugar?
I guess. I don't know. All I know is my numbers are all normal, so.
Congratulations.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry. Jarrod, I think your picture needs a little more lines.
Nope. I think it's got the right amount of lines.
Ron says that some but different. The A1C can be thought of as a 3-month average of the glucose. Yep.
Although I'm not doing my lines.
All right.
But isn't the isn't the best test to have done is the insulin an insulin tolerance or something test?
You know, John, I'm no doctor, but I did stay at a
Facility?
facility. I did sleep at a hotel once.
At a Hotel 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
So-
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
No, I know there's another test they don't run unless you ask it, and it's another one. It's a better measurement of your, I think, of your blood sugar or of your, you know.
I know there was a test that they ran on me that had to deal with the pancreas and to tell you what, kind of where it was at and what it was doing, what kind of level it was kind of pushing out. But Ron says it can also be helpful.
Same but different. A1C
Yeah.
to be thought of. It can also be helpful. I think we all need to have a CAC test done, a coronary artery. I forget what the other C is. CAC. Glucose tolerant. Glucose. Easy for you to say. Tolerance test. That's it. That's the one they don't run unless you ask for it. And I think that's the real more telling one than just your A1C. Because I will say this, my last blood work, believe it or not, this was when I was on my diet and stuff. The only number that came back high, and by one little digit. It is a Jerry curl, Doctor. Or do you mean the one Jarrod did?
Oh, I see that Jerry curl.
Was my blood sugar, believe it or not, after all my dieting and eating right, was 101. And I really had to scratch my head on that. And I looked at the doctor and I said, huh? He said, it's 101. He said, we're not going to worry about that. He goes, you've lost 55 pounds. You're eating correctly.
Yeah, that's in a good range.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, I know it's supposed to be 100 or less. Well, actually, I don't know how much further you want to go lower than 100, correct?
80.
Yeah, you want it to be,
Well, I know.
About 90 is ideal.
Right. Because according to, I think it's Dr. Berg on, isn't there only like 1 teaspoon of sugar? Like,
helps the medicine.
And go down, yeah.
No. Isn't there like 1 teaspoon that of sugar is what your body actually just needs? It's not a lot. It's very little.
I believe that.
I mean, it does need some sugar, but it's like minuscule. Ron might know.
Jared's piece needs a plate outline, says Noah.
Dang it, son of a... I already did a background of Venom's head.
That's right. Anything else would kill it. Unless you had some sunset orange, Dr. Martens, like I did, and that would, you put that behind there, and
I got some orange soda.
Fanta.
Fanta. Don't you want that?
Fanta. Don't want Fanta. If you want that.
No, I tried to get back on my diet at the beginning of the year. Ron says disclaimer. That's right. Ron's absolutely right.
It says disclaimer: this conversation is for entertainment purposes only, and check with your own provider before listening to any of this. Man.
Yes, especially me. I only know what worked for me and what I followed. And so when people tell me that I'm crazy and it doesn't work and stuff, I'm like, well, I'll tell you what, my blood work is fine. I lost 55 pounds. I've never felt better in my life. So, well, I mean, for 57, I've never felt better.
We're not doctors. We just play them on YouTube.
I don't even think we can say that because we don't play them.
You know, you being crazy is mutually exclusive.
Well, we do have a doctor on. You do have a doctor on chat, right?
Right.
And if
Yeah,
we
but
need,
I don't think they want to be given YouTube advice.
no, I know.
You know what? Medical advice at the same time you're watching people draw Spider-Man. That's just a rule.
and eating fried chicken and steak and
That was a good little piece of steak, I gotta tell you.
and me doing these crude little layout deals that probably only I can understand fully. I mean, you know what? I enjoy when people sketch like this real loose and you know, it's kind of interesting. So
Well, it shows you the your
part
thoughts
of the
and what
process.
you're trying to
Yeah,
get down.
no,
Yeah.
it does. And a lot of
Now,
people,
would you do this for let's say you're drawing either a cover or you're drawing a the interior of something? Would you do this? Would you kind of go through the same thing?
on a cover, definitely. On an interior, probably would not have time to spend like on every little pose. It would just kind of, and there you're doing storytelling
Okay.
more panel to panel. So here's the deal, especially on this character. Like I said, the costume is not very forgiving in the sense that a side shot, while it can be dynamic, you're going to lose that spider. So what are you going to have? A guy in a black skin tight suit. You might see a little bit of the, where it wraps around his torso.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not enough to tell the whole story, at least to me. So you have to twist him a little bit or do something to show more of the white spider and how it wraps around him.
I kind of like. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, looking now that I'm just kind of staring at that one, and I kind of like. I wouldn't mind seeing like a Spider-Man like that, because you kind of have all the black kind of just kind of all over, like the symbiote kind of taking him over.
Mm.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And behind that, the red, the Spider-Man underneath, the normal costume, and then the black kind of. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, you know what? I was gonna. For those who are watching, I'm gonna offer this deal one more time. I did mention it that this is good until Sunday. Sunday. And then it's gone. This is the page. This is the password. And that is for a discount on a full figure commission 9x12.
Ooh, very cool.
So that's going to expire Monday morning. Jacob commented on his own video. My son.
That was dope.
No, he will be streaming again. He asked me, and I said, yeah.
All right, so you ready to?
Yeah. Let's wrap this up today. If you like this, give a thumbs up. Hit the notification
Get it down.
Hit the subscribe, and if you want to, please leave a comment.
Yeah, that would be nice if they left a comment, because I would get them and I could let you read them and you could reply.
What a great kid.
Because you can type on a phone and stuff with two thumbs, right? You're very good at it. All right.
Very cute.
Yeah, he's a good little guy. Very, very quick on the draw with the computer stuff. He's, and I'm, hey, I know where the future is going, so I'm not trying to push him away from it.
Well, you just be there to guide them.
Well, I am, but his life is going to be so different than mine and your all's that it's, Lord knows what. I mean, look at the phone that we all carry. Look at everything that phone can do. That one device. Who would have ever? I'm sure my mom at 91 would have never thought, a phone that she used to have to rotary dial or pick up and say, give me BR 549. I'm sure she never dreamed that a phone could be a camera, a video camera, text messaging, FaceTime type of chatting, it's amazing. And, it's just, let's see. Ron says we are live streaming a previous recorded stream.
I was thinking that's it. Live streaming a stream.
Streaming a previous stream. At your next live stream, I'm pretty sure
we're like
he will be trapped in a time vortex.
That's funny.
Have you guys talked about this before?
What?
I don't.
It's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned that I encourage Jacob to do what makes him happy, and I'm all for him learning all things digital because it's the way. I mean, you know what? When I was at Walmart earlier this week picking up a few groceries, they had like built this almost like a big container underneath a row of parking places. And I did not know what they were doing inside of there. It was kind of hidden. And so when I was there on like Tuesday or Wednesday, I think it's like 8 parking spots are now reserved for, they're like numbered 1 through 8. And you pull up there and it's all for the, you go and they pick up your groceries. That's what that parking is. Mm-hmm. They put a canopy over and everything and they marked them. So that's what they were doing. It took them about 3 months to build the thing.
Ron says that this is how we beat the Thanos and bring back Spider-Man back. And then goes, oh, spoiler alert.
After the fact.
Yeah. That was a good one. I gave him a good one, Jarrod.
No, if you get a good one from Pat, it's a whole new level.
Mm-hmm. Noah says he wants Sergeant Rock and Atari Force back.
Go back in time in the time machine.
Yeah, just go back in time. Oh, okay, if that's a good question. If you wanted to bring something back, what would you bring back in comic book?
Oh,
not well. Let's just keep it to that comic book kind
Nth Man. Nth Man.
Right. I thought you said Ant-Man at first, but then I caught your second. You said Nth Man.
Nth Man.
I enjoyed the comic that I read.
I introduced Noah the Hyper Potato to that comic, and his life's never been the same.
That was part of the new universe, right?
No.
Ron says slap bracelets. We're not talking about those.
Hell yeah, Ron.
But you know what? I wouldn't mind. We should get a slap. That's another for marketing for the Long Box Crusade later on, but we'll talk about that.
Slap bracelets, man.
Yeah. Comics wise, what do you? So Jarrod says Nth Man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything, John? Or
I don't think so. I mean, I can't think of what's well.
I would, you know what? I would just want the fun back in comics.
Yeah, I was.
That's what I want.
Something about the same that, and I get into this discussion. I got into this discussion with Jarrod that the reason they're changing comics is just to try to get new readership, and I told him yesterday, so I'll say a little bit again. What I told him is basically I look at it like the stock market. It's got its peaks and valleys, right? But overall, it's gonna, it's gonna level itself out over a period of time.
Ron says, I just want one cover, just one JB, not 86 cover
30,
variants.
yeah, I understand that too. But no,
Yeah,
I mean,
no, I agree too. Yeah, it's
yeah,
just
it's overkill. Now,
Yeah, I
I
know.
guess the only good thing that comes from that is when they put them in one big book so you can get all the covers. So you can at least
Well,
see them instead of buying them all.
yeah. Well, and I guess from an artist standpoint, I guess more artists get work to do something.
Right. But what I was saying, back to the original thing, when you said fun in comics, Marvel and DC both have been struggling, trying to get new readers into the marketplace. And they've been trying to do it by pandering to, whatever they feel is the group that's yelling the loudest that, they want their own heroes or they want these type of heroes or whatever, and my whole thing is I've got no problem if you're gonna create a hero for a specific group of people or lifestyle of people. I got no problem with that. But when you take an existing character that's been around from, the 50s, the 60s, whenever, and you just change it for the sake of people are getting loud. And then when it falls flat, and then you have to recreate it again, and that falls flat, and you have to recreate it again. And then it eventually works its way back to what it was before they changed it. Then there is my analogy to like the stock market. They are trying to create a spike in the market that is really not there. If you pick up, and I gave Jarrod just numbers off the top of my head, I'll do the same here. Let's say you pick up 1,000 new readers when you do a change, but you lose 2,000 or 3,000 because those people don't like the change. Then what have you gained? Nothing. You've actually lost.
Yeah.
Comics is a business. It's a fun hobby. It's but when at the end of the day, it's a business, and the business model is, that's where the people upstairs, the suits, the bean counters, that's where they have to step in and say, where are our sales? What's going on? And I think it's, how many times has Marvel and DC in the past 5 years had to relaunch their characters? Because whatever more
than I can count. Yeah.
Right. They've had to backtrack, restart, get rid of stuff. Now, I will say the one thing that I thought Marvel did that was really clever, and the timing was actually good, was in 2015 when they realized they had a bunch of characters that were not selling. They leveraged Secret Wars to get rid of, so they just basically had the Beyonder or whatever zap them. So in 9 issues, whatever wasn't working, it was just like, be gone, boom. So that character was gone. So they didn't have to invest, the money for 3 issues or 4 issues to get rid of that character. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They had a 9-issue series with the Secret Wars 2015. Whatever they didn't want, they could just, in 9 issues, get it all straightened out and start fresh again. And they still managed to be successful in some areas and not successful enough in others, so that it didn't move the needle enough to, the new stuff, the fresh stuff. So my theory is, had they just left well enough alone instead of monkeying around with it, then I really do. I believe that if you look at the way the stock market goes, the people that usually, and I'm not in the stock market, I don't have money to invest, but I do listen sometimes to Dave Ramsey, and he'll tell you, don't panic when the stock market dips, because history will show you it will come back. And all those people that took money out when the stock market took a hit in 2008, when it dropped, and a lot of people lost a ton of money, and so they pulled stakes and pulled everything out. Well, if they would have just left the money alone, look at the stock market now. Where would they be?
Mm-hmm.
They would have got that money back plus what? How many more times?
Yep.
Now, I know the stock market, it finally rebounded again. I know it had some bad days towards the end of the year, but then it rocketed right back up and made a huge gain at the beginning of the year, or maybe the day after Christmas. It was like huge again. I remember I was working and I had some news show on, and I remember when the stock market, it was breaking news. This is back when George W. was president, that the stock market was ready to break 10,000. And that had never happened before. It was like, it made the news. They were like watching it, like every news channel you'd go to, it was like, it's on the cusp of breaking 10,000. Now, it's pretty amazing when every channel you went that's a news channel, whether it be Fox or CNN or NBC, MSNBC, whatever, was covering a breaking stock market of hitting 10 grand or 10K. And now it's what? Is it, did it go over 20? Or is it still in the 17, 18, 19?
Pat manages my portfolio, so I'll let you answer this one, Pat.
Yeah, I think it's gone into the, I don't know. I don't follow.
I thought he did.
We had you going for a second.
I did. You know what? Had he continued, I was like ready to like.
I'm just talking about comics. I don't know.
No, but you understand.
Next thing I know, I'm getting stock market quotes and all this from John Beatty.
I'm just like using it as an analogy, the way the stock market goes.
No,
yeah. And comics do the same thing, but it seems like the people that are running the business don't understand that they can't create. You can't put it in a bottle and go, this is the best snake oil and people are going to buy it. It's like they can see through it.
Ron says, I have an Amazing Spider-Man #1 in my portfolio. Ooh.
But from what year is that, Ron? Because how many times how many times did they restart it over? If it's the original one, then
that's true.
And I believe Ron might have the original.
I was just going to say, I think if I would buy, he said 1963.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, somewhere in the 60s. So he's got a nice book there.
Very cool. I would say, for the, why not cater towards the people that our age that have money, cater towards them. I'll buy that stuff.
What stuff?
The stuff that makes me happy.
Okay, what stuff is that though?
But the good fun stories again, the 80s,
but
new stories like that.
Okay, but that's why they have the reprints, like the epic stuff that reprints all those in a big volume.
No, I'm saying new stuff should be like that.
They can't do it. You know why? They lost sight of it.
But that's what I'm saying. Go back to that, and
they can't. They don't see that. They don't see it like you and I see it.
Oh well, I guess we can't solve the comic world.
No, I'm just being like, I'm not being the bearer of bad news. I'm like, think about it. When was the last time you saw them? Now, I will tell you this. I'll tell you what I thought was a fun, lighthearted, good read, which reminded me of comics from the 80s. They were not pretentious. Like I said, you could sit down, you could read it. It was self-contained for the most part. Fun. Did you read the Captain America leading up to number 700 by Mark Waid and Chris Samnee on art?
I did not.
I think they started with issue 695. You need to get those and read them because they're simple, they're fun, they're not like any of this overdone. Chris Samnee drew the proportions and a very heroic. I don't know if you're familiar with his work. It's almost like a cross between a David Mazzucchelli and an Alex Toth.
Okay.
It's simplistic, but the drawing is so solid, and it's not over rendered. It's not all that cross hatching stuff that you're going to see from 99.5% of all the other comics. Look at Jarrod making
I was going to say, speaking of Captain America, I see that.
I'm just taking advantage of the chat.
He's taking his whole store there.
Yeah.
So anyway, are you gonna have a sale? Are you gonna have an online auction?
Oh, it might.
Are you going to start taking bids for those? Let's see. Does anybody have a bid for the Blue Falcon? I'm going to pin Jarrod.
Let's start at $50.
I love it when you pin me, John.
All right, you're pinned. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we're talking. Would you like to
show us what you got there, Jarrod?
Well, Pat, I'm glad you asked. A custom cover on that Avengers. Charlie Brown is Captain America. Got a Blue Falcon, which some people can tell what it is if you draw just 2 lines. Drew a Spider-Man today. Last time I was on with John, I did a Cloak and Dagger. And I got a couple of my patented book page sketches over here. I have Spock on a page from a Star Trek novel and Master Chief on a page from a Halo novel. And it could be yours if the price is right. Now,
you have. I do like the Charlie Brown Captain America sketch cover. I thought that was quite clever.
Thank you, sir.
Because I am a big Charlie Brown fan.
Yes, and if you dig that, I think you like this one too.
Yes, I did. I thought
that's cool.
The Dog Without Fear.
I thought that sold.
No, it didn't. I was surprised it did. It got like 50 some odd likes on Twitter and nobody bought it.
That is like I love that thing. When I first saw it, I thought
people are just blind.
I'll tell you what, John, I'll try to...
Good one, Pat. Good one.
It's a Daredevil joke. I get it.
Yeah, no, I got it. Hello, Jack Shepard.
Hello, Commander Shepard.
Okay, I don't know what he typed. That must be something you Klingons can understand there. That would be Jarrod and Pat.
I can't understand that either.
I thought
that looks like Russian.
Does it? I thought it was Russian.
Same.
Jack Shepard, we cannot understand your writing. Can you change to an English keyboard? Doesn't that just automatically change it into English or as close as possible? No, I'm serious. They have that feature, I think, in the chat.
I don't know, comrade.
Hey, be careful now. So anyway, Pat.
That's okay. Sorry, my English is bad.
That's okay, Jack.
We'll take it. We'll take your English. We'll take your bad English.
Yeah, your English is probably better than our
English. We're a good band.
Pat's got terrible English, but he's a podcaster.
And then Pat, there was modern English.
Oh yeah, modern English was good too. Yeah.
Oh,
I love modern English. Stop the world, right?
Stop the world.
Yeah. And what they do in 2013, or they did a remake, like they did it was kind of redone, which I don't think they changed much.
He said it's terrible. Jill says, got to go, guys. Have a great night, everybody.
All right, Jarrod. Jared.
All right, that's all right. I got to go too.
Oh, gee, I thought Ron was going.
No, GLH's going.
That Dr. Kaz is asking you Venom Spider-Man ? Or I mean $ with a question mark, Jarrod.
Let's see. We'll start it at $46,000. But for Dr. Kaz, most of the ones that do the show are just $40. You want to do $40, Dr. Kaz? Or we could go for 46,000. I like that pose that you're working on over there, John. That pose is, you found the right one, man.
The one with the arms behind the back.
Yeah. All right, Dr. Kaz, my man.
Ron says, sold. Yep, and
Dr.
Ron says,
Kaz,
I'm going nowhere.
Dr. Kaz, it is a Spider-Man Friday. He said it was going to be a Spider-Man Friday.
Okay, so guess what I was able to do thanks to Google? I was able to translate Jack Shepard.
Oh, what's
his last comment says, but dude, cool draws. So he likes your drawing.
Thank you. I'll outbid Craig on Cloak and Dagger at $16.
Hey, Jerome.
Noah the Hyper Potato.
Jerome Lee is here. He's my buddy in Saigon. Jerome, right now, Jarrod has some artwork for sale. If you're interested.
Let me remove this one. Thank you, Dr. Kaz.
Those are Jarrod, my friend Jarrod Alberich pieces. Now, I will tell you, Jerome is in Singapore.
Have you shipped to him before, John?
No, but I will be once I get his drawings and a friend of his drawings completed.
Excuse me.
He actually is the one that picked up the Spider-Man Miles.
Oh, right. Yeah, you mentioned that. Singapore guy. I remember now.
So, Jerome, are you interested in any of Jarrod's art that you're seeing right now?
Sounds like
Jerome, you missed a lot of just nonsense.
You didn't miss a whole lot, Jerome.
You missed what Pat and Jarrod were having for lunch. Hiding under the blue falcon. Ivor is
I have drawn Indiana Jones before.
Yeah, I think you had some book pages too, didn't you?
I might have one. Just take a look at my book page sketches here. I got Vincent from the Black Hole. I got Jean-Luc Picard.
Yes, Jerome, those are Jarrod.
James Bond. Yeah, I must have sold that Indiana Jones.
They are for sale. If you want a price on something, or Jarrod can go through it. And if you are interested, Dr. Kaz picked up the Venom Spider-Man that Jarrod actually did tonight live. That one there.
Yep. Thanks, Doc.
He picked it up. And I'm just going to unpin Jarrod for 1 second.
I can breathe again.
I just have been working on rough layouts, Jerome. I think David is still in the chat. I kind of like this for his Black Spider-Man piece. I kind of really like this feel of the arms behind the back with the webbing. Pay no attention to this scribbling stuff. I was just having fun. So I was just working on roughs for my full figure commissions. So this is just my rough. I'll refine it, do it again, refine it a bit more, and then put it on my final art board. Actually, I think this one I'll probably be able to get the full figure on without cropping. Usually I like to pull in a little further, but since I want to show the arms, I really need to show some of the webbing going up to make it really work. So it's a balancing act. Okay, David, I'm glad you're for this one too. So we are going to put a big red circle around this one, and we're going to do that.
Oh, do you have a plate? You need a plate if you're going to put a circle.
Yeah, if you're going to circle something, you got to use a plate.
I just freehand those things.
AG.
La-di-da.
AG's in the house.
Yes, Jerome. This is the commission idea, and David just said he likes this pose too, so this is the one I'm going to finish for him. This is just my rough. Usually I don't do this on camera, but it's what I did tonight. It was kind of relaxing. As you can see, I was just loosening up, and you know, you can see different leg placements and stuff. This is going to get refined and then finalized before I go to ink. AG, how you doing? Yes. It just kind of, you know, from me sketching, it just kind of came, so to speak, and I'm glad Ron's so okay, I'm going to go back to Jarrod.
Oh Lord.
Because he's got a sale going on here now, so if anybody well, if you don't, I'll unpin you.
All right. Go ahead and pin me. I'm going to close up shop here in just a minute, so if you see anything you like.
Wait a minute. Jerome, yes, that is for David. I really don't want to do the same pose for you, but yes, it is a unique pose. I've been told that a lot, so don't worry. I will come up with something unique for you also.
Sweet pose.
I mean, if I did the same pose for everybody, then it would just be like, you know, those, I think I told this story before about the oil paintings, the original oil paintings. And they used to come around and set up at hotels, and you could get an original oil painting for $19.99. But you would go in and you'd see, like, you know, here's 20 of the same painting with just little differences. So you know that guy was, whoever it was or woman was doing the same painting like 20, 50, 100 times. That was their painting. And they had a whole sweatshop of people doing it, you know, of different paintings. What do you mean, Jerome? So, the same pose? I could do something. Jarrod, are you taking your art off the table when we're?
I am going to close up shop, my friend. It's all still for sale over at my website.
Well, but you might get a sell-in room. Okay, is anybody interested in Jarrod's artwork that he is displaying before we close up this? Anything else on the table? If you are, Jarrod, you want to run through and show them what you got and what it is? You did a little hand jive there. I see Mike Cross would have appreciated that. You'll get a little lesson in my hand jive. Now, that is a nice sketch cover.
Thank you, sir.
Jerome, if you're interested, feel free to put in the price, or maybe Jarrod already has a price that he can tell you.
So there's the peanuts.
And Jarrod, our price is negotiable tonight?
You know they are.
Well, you know, you should.
I'm a yard sale artist. You can always negotiate with the yard sale artist.
Okay, so here we go.
So we saw the peanut sketch cover.
What's the asking price?
Peanut sketch cover. Well, I wanted to give them a good deal.
Well,
I can't remember what I have it at on my website, so I'm going to go there.
That would be good.
Now. Right now, I'm going to theyardsaleartist.bigcartel.com. And I currently have the peanut sketch cover at $25.
Okay, $25 for Charlie Brown Captain America on a Avengers sketch cover.
Right.
Snoopy
And
Daredevil just rocks.
Snoopy Daredevil. I've got Snoopy Daredevil on the site for $20.
Wow.
$20 for Snoopy Daredevil on some nice red cardstock paper.
You're going to rob somebody blind there.
I am surprised that did not go.
I actually am too, but that's the way it goes.
And you know what? I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm not an art.
Hello?
Yeah, John says, he's a good artist.
Did John
and
drop
that
out for you
Like
too?
I would.
Yeah, he was dropping out.
Oh, okay.
You dropped out, John.
I did.
Yep.
I'm not in the room anymore.
No, you're.
Your audio dropped out for a second. It's back on now.
Okay. I just said I don't collect art. I'm a horrible collector of original art. I never hang it. I've had art before and it just always gets put in a drawer and then sold later.
Let's see. I got these two that we've done recent live streams on the webpage. They're at $40 a piece. Feel like making an offer? Maybe not necessarily $16, Noah. I know what you're thinking.
That's his lucky number.
And of course, I've got my book page sketches. Book page sketches are only $20. I got Master Chief and Spock and Picard, James Bond, and Vincent from the Black Hole, and a T-Rex from Jurassic Park. Those are always popular. You know what? If you're more of a brony, I did some custom My Little Pony covers.
I like the Dark Knight Little Pony. I think that's really cool.
The Dash Knight cover is one of my favorites. But yeah, I actually got these blank sketch cover pony comics out of a grab bag. You see those grab bags at the store? 5 comics in it for $5. It's a mystery what's inside. I got these out of some grab bags. I thought, well, shoot, I'll just sketch those up, Other than that, I think the only thing I got left that's in the store are my watercolors. Now you've seen it all, folks. I have 2 watercolors left of Spidey and Swamp Thing. And that.
David Turkin says, would I be able to purchase the Charlie Brown cap?
You absolutely can purchase Charlie Brown cap, David. And thanks for giving me the like and the follow on Facebook. I saw you did that a little earlier. But yeah, Charlie Brown cap. What do I have on that one? 25? $25 for Charlie Brown cap, David, if you're interested. I appreciate you letting me turn this into a bazaar tonight there, John.
Well, you were
holding an auction. Holding an
auction.
You were putting all your stuff out there, so to speak, and I just figured, like, while it's out, you may as well see if anybody's interested in.
That's everything that's in the store right now.
Holding an auction.
Holding an auction. But yeah, I will. If anybody saw anything they like, just give a shout out. And David gives it a go. Thank you, David. Yeah, if that makes it nice and easy for you, David, you can go to theyardsaleartist.bigcartel.com and you can snag it right there. If not, I know you've recently started following me on Facebook. You can hit me with a direct message and we can work it out that way. So whatever floats your boat, David, I really appreciate that, man. And thank you, John, for giving me the opportunity on your show.
Hey, no problem. Like I said, for me tonight, it was a wind down and just kind of gear up for next week. I got a busy week of daily live draws in the morning and then full figure sketches in the afternoon. And so I really needed to start working out some poses. So
very cool. I like that seeing you do that process. It was pretty cool.
That was cool. I'm always jealous of people. Like John makes it look so easy, and that process for me takes.
Dr. Kaz says dibs on my secret number 8.
Oh, Doctor. Thank you, David. Oh, Dr. Kaz.
Maybe the one I have signed by everyone that got lost on my table about 2 years ago and nobody came back to claim it.
Oh, I thought that one was mine.
And you know, I brought it back figuring if somebody emails me, I would, you know, I mean.
Hold on. Let me get that email.
Well, no, you know.
Dear Juan Beatty.
And you know, I think it was like Saturday.
I'm gonna write you a Dear John letter.
No, seriously. I think it was like a Saturday. It was, you know, we were closing up for the day. I found it on my table and I kept it. Nobody came Sunday to claim it. And I was just like, to Mike, I was like, nobody claimed this. And he goes, well, I guess you got you an issue of, and I said, well, I'll take it with me. Somebody may email you or me and try to, you know, did I leave it on the table? It's been 2 years.
Wow.
All right. So I guess that will do it. I appreciate everybody coming out and sitting and having some fun with us, hopefully. I know a lot of people had been asking if, you know, just to watch me sketch some stuff instead of going right to the finish. So that's what I decided to do tonight. And I think we came up with a nice winning pose for David's symbiote Spider-Man. So I'm going to have a lot of fun doing that. Tomorrow and this weekend, I'll be working on stuff, probably more of these little thumbnail type deals. And I'm also going to look at my calendar and start putting on what needs to be done and try to get a timeline. Well, Shooter's been tough to get lately. I think he only did like 3 shows last year. Hey, Ivor, thanks for stopping in, and come join again sometime.
Yep, thanks, Ivor.
Yeah,
Thanks for the order. He ordered something off the site yesterday, so I appreciate that, bud. He's still looking for that Johnny Quest.
Ron, you got work this weekend, or do you come over and get Jarrod's drawings?
No, why?
Because you don't come down and visit.
It was a bit of a hike for me. It's like 6 hours.
Yeah, Ron's got 2.
That Ron.
Maybe I'll drive down.
Yeah, it'd take you about 3 days.
No, I've driven down all the way to Orlando. Like, it's like about 18, 20 hours.
Woo!
I've done it.
Next weekend you're off, Ron. Just give me a call.
Just don't do anything, Ron. Just enjoy your time off.
Don't drive to Daytona.
Don't drive to Daytona.
Oh, hey, maybe we'll be able to catch a football game. One of the playoffs. Or at least a part of one. Jarrod, what do you, it's dark enough.
I'm just having fun.
Oh, I thought you were trying to bleed that Sharpie dry. That wing I had was actually good. I'd never had a Daytona wing. They were just hot enough. It was good. I have to admit, it was good.
When are you taking me to Daytona Wings?
No, it was at Hooters, but they have what they call Daytona wings.
Oh.
And I don't know what the sauce was, but Ron apparently found like where you could make it online, like something similar.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
How'd that turn out, Ron? I had a burger there that was fantastic. People don't believe that you can get good food at Hooters.
I've enjoyed many a good meal at Hooters.
Ah, cool.
Pat's been kicked out of several different Hooters.
I don't know what Jack Shepherd is saying.
Hold on.
Oh,
Really?
Pat,
Better than the restaurant. Pat's going to
Pat
translate.
will get it fixed for you.
We'll see what he says. Hold on.
He's asking about that Snoopy Daredevil.
He wants that Snoopy Daredevil.
Oh, yeah. I can't do that, Ron. I got to get back on my diet. I have been breaking it too much. Luckily, I have not gained more than 8 pounds back.
Jack says, did you already give half your sketch? Did you already give half your sketch?
Okay, he added some more.
Okay, hold on. Computing. Hold on.
Jarrod, what's in that bottle you're drinking? What elixir do you have there?
This is the 0 carb, 0 sugar.
Oh, the ice. Okay.
Sparkling grapefruit ice. I love this flavor. It's got vitamins and antioxidants and no sugars or carbs, my friend.
Yep, those are actually okay.
I like them.
I can't
Grapefruit is my jam.
I can't do grapefruit though.
I love the grapefruit.
Jack says it costs not to go through mute, and here is the half pipelets. Sorry, Jack. Piplets.
You tried.
Jack, if you can type in English, it might be easier.
Yeah.
Believe us.
We're not translator isn't.
We're not gonna make fun of your English or anything. Your whatever language you speak, is better than ours.
What do you got that running through, Pat? Russian?
AG.
Well, it says it's Russian, yeah, in Google Translator.
AG had wings. Not Daytona. He had cold wings.
Cold wings. That's sad.
He lives in a cold area. I forget exactly. I can't
Where's
remember.
AG at?
I can't remember. I know he's in the frigid Midwest, I think, somewhere.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
My kind of fella.
You kind of guy.
Is Jack gonna
He probably lives like next door to me or something.
who, Jack?
No, AAG.
Well, I'll let you guys solve the mystery of the Russian translation. I best go pay attention to my family. Thanks again to everybody who watched tonight. Special thanks to David and Dr. Kaz for dropping the purchase. Thanks
He
to
put
John.
something else in the chat. Jack did. Jack, we're trying. Can you run that, Pat?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Dr. Kaz, thank you again for today. And I will be doing a mail run on Monday.
It says giving you
on Monday too.
Giving you normal links, something to this ritual. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Did your best, Google Translate.
Maybe he's trying to get to your store.
Oh, yeah, that could be.
You know, Jarrod, I never gave you because I think if you're a moderator, border of Illinois and Iowa. That's right. Where was Jarrod at? Because I can give him. Where's that bowler? I can give you the little wrench thing like Ron, and I think that allows you to put in your URL. Type something in the chat room, Jarrod. Even if it's just a letter. I think then if you want to link to your, okay. I think if you want to put a link into your store now, you can. So go ahead and do that, because I don't know if maybe Jack is trying to get to that and can't. Although the only reason I say that is when Pat said something about links.
Mm-hmm. Could be talking about sausage for all we know, but
I think that's what he is talking about.
Jarrod, are you typing?
Sausage links.
I am typing.
Passed out.
Illinois
I typed
audio.
it.
Oh, so he's not too far away from me.
Can anyone hear me?
I hear you.
AG, you're not too far away from me.
See, Ron's got it going on.
Hello, hello. Hello?
Hello.
Pat?
Hello. Yes.
Oh, look at that.
All right. I am dropped out. I'm gonna refresh.
I think you can't hear us, Pat.
No?
Okay. I'm not back yet. I think I'm out.
Oh no.
Can't hear a thing. Let me try.
Can you hear me?
Huh.
Jarrod, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Maybe he could read it.
Good night.
All right. Well, I guess perhaps John's gonna hang up here.
John lost his audio or something. Yeah, I had fun tonight. Thanks again, Dave, Dr. Kaz, everybody who showed up.
Yes. Good night.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for showing up.
Gonna take off, everybody. So I'm gonna end this stream. Thank you all for showing up. Talk to you later.
It's weird. I can hear him. Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him. Yeah. Good night, John.
It's weird. It's like John just can't hear.
That's weird.